to another episode of Four Guys Recorders. We are probably on episode like 45 by now, and I need to keep track of that. So I do apologize. If I seem out of it, it is because unfortunately I have COVID. But without further ado, I'd like to go ahead and introduce the panel today. We and Matt will be joining us a little bit later. Pong is invited to come on the show, but he's at work. So today on the panel, we have the one, the only, who's not green, but he's the Hulk of Chicago. What's going on, Midway?
It sucks, but I think we're pretty strong for this. So let's get into these topics. That Mama Rocks is here. Nice to see you again. So Mab will be here shortly. VJ, miss you, brother. Please come back. And let's get going. Let's do this.
Absolutely. And welcome to another episode, Mama. It's always a pleasure having you on here. What's going on?
Hello, everyone. I'm looking forward to getting today's topics. Twitter's been busy today.
Oh yeah, it has been. And man, there's one topic. I hope Mav gets here soon because there's definitely one topic I know he's excited about today.
I know which one you mean. I'm hyped for that one.
Yeah.
Can't wait to discuss that.
Oh, that one's gonna be exciting for sure.
So love the foreshadowing.
Yeah. We can't even say what it is yet, right? So I guess we'll start with a topic here that is a little bit lower on the totem pole of importance. That's all right, Caitlin. No worries, man. Take your time. You know, traffic happens, life happens. It's always better to be safe and drive accordingly. But the one topic that I'll go ahead and start off with, which is a very small topic, is that, man, GameSpot really alluded to a person leaving 343, and they really made it clickbait sounding. They didn't even do it legitimately. It was just more like, somebody left 343. Uh-oh. That's the way it sounded like. And it wasn't really meant to be like that because the contractor came back and he said, "No, my contract was just over. I didn't just leave. It's part of the business, guys. It's not like I just left a company I liked and my contract was up." And you know, a lot of these guys in the industry they are contractors, right? So it's not like they intentionally just want to leave a company. It just means that their job is done or their work is done. And it was just phrased really improperly, and it really got people's attention. Like, oh my god, is Halo Infinite in trouble? This guy left. No, it's not in trouble at all. So I want to go to you, Midway. I know that we haven't heard you in a while since you also just got over being sick. What do you think about this, man?
It is what it is. It's kind of become the culture in gaming news now, with the nonstop news cycle and everything like that. It's definitely poor taste. It's definitely someone trying to get clicks, and obviously, there's somebody called editor-in-chief, and he's letting us all go. So it's not just the writer; it's the company itself. So yeah, it was funny that the guy came right out and was just like, "Guys, my contract was up. I went somewhere else. Don't be doing this." And I think more people should start doing that. I think they should start firing back at these people that want to try to get their news out there, and with all this excess trash floating around on the internet. So that's what I have to say.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of agree with you. These guys are just, I mean, these journalists are just really pushing the clickbait a lot lately, just to get people all worried. Like, there's no reason for this kind of fear that they're trying to instill in people, right? It's just normal daily stuff these people believe.
Just to kind of uh backtrack off that, like it's a buzzword, 343 and bad news. Like I don't know if they would be doing this for anybody else, so because of all the problems that 343's been dealing with in the Halo Infinite demo that they showed. So I think it's just them just trying to capitalize and get a headline out there. So it is ridiculous.
Yeah. And real quick, shout out to Stephanie. Thank you for your support. It's greatly appreciated so much. Uh, I always appreciate that, and I think all of us on the panel do. It helps keep the show going and helps upgrade the quality of the products that I can put into the show and future giveaways as well. So thank you very much. And I know some people might be asking, what clowns? Why don't you have your webcam on? Well, I'm sick right now, so and this thing makes you so tired that yeah, it's just bad. It just looks bad. I probably need to go into my wife's makeup collection and make it look make me look more glamorous right now with being sick. But Mom, I want to go ahead and go over to you on this too. Get your opinion on
Hmm.
journalism and what do you think about clickbait titles and when they say stuff like this? Does it bother you?
Yeah, I don't like it. As a writer, like it gives us a bad name and do it. Um, I it just gives out so much false information, and it affects people's lives as well. Like social media isn't kind at times, and if you have a clickbait title, that gets around really quick around social media. And it's false information, and yeah, I just don't like it.
Yeah, I agree. It does, like you alluded to, it does create backlash for when they write about somebody specific, and um, if the guy never came out and said something about this, somebody might have went up to him and been like, "Oh, so you had a bad time at 343 and you left, huh?
Yeah,
Oh, Halo Infinite's in trouble." You know,
yeah,
it
and it just creates rumors, and yeah, no. And then that leads to like cancel culture, people canceling other people, and it's like, no, you don't. It instills fear as well. It's like fear mongering. So
yeah. Yeah, and there was a lot of that too when Microsoft uh dissolved Lionhead and people, alluded to the fact, "Oh, Fable's going away forever." Fable's going away. And it's not like Fable's coming back, guys. It's just like the same thing.
yeah, it's been announced.
Yeah. It's just a fear-mongering tactic to get people to hit the clicks and man, how do we get into this culture? I mean, did reality TV bring
I
us
have
here?
no idea. It's no.
Hey, everyone everyone wants to make their life a soap opera to make it more interesting. I mean, people with boring lives like seeing the destruction of other people. So it's becoming a terrible trend. I don't like it.
Yeah. Well, you know, and Matt, when you get on here, man, I'd like to get your opinion on this too. If you're listening with Caitlin in the car right now. But here's another smaller topic too that I thought was quite interesting. And a huge shout out to Jago for this one because he posted it on Twitter. Is that the Arcade One Up cabinets announced some new cabinets today, or at least it might have been yesterday. But I'm going to his post to look at it, and it looks like there's a Killer Instant cabinet coming, which I mean looks fantastic. I love Killer Instant in the arcades, man. There's an X-Men 4-player arcade cabinet coming,
Look who it
which
is.
is awesome. A Dragon's Lair cabinet, I mean, that was a quarter sucker in the arcades. I spent so much money on that game, and I never beat it in the arcade. So I could just get the 1-up version and play it over and over and over and not lose a quarter. So that's great. And is that Mav? Is he live with us right now?
I'm here. Hi.
Yes.
There he is.
Sorry.
Here I come to save the day.
Yep.
Mighty Mouse is on his way. Come on, guys.
What's up, guys? How's it going? Sorry I'm late.
That's all right.
Hopefully I didn't miss the highlights, but I heard you guys talking about the arcade cabinets just now, and also the weird GameSpot article. I heard that in the car. So yeah, weird stuff with that, man. I don't know what people is going through their heads. But yeah, these arcade cabinets look fire.
I mean, we just got into the cabinet. Do you have anything to say on the GameSpot article before we move on?
I'm just so worried about 343. You know, I mean, this is like, like this stuff keeps happening. These people keep leaving. You know, contracts run out and they don't extend them. I mean, guys, we got to raise the alarms. Like, come on now. You know, like, what's going to happen? Is Halo going to suck because this contractor left? I mean,
The end of the world.
Get a grip, GameSpot and other major media platforms with this. Now, that's one of the reasons I don't like talking about this stuff. We never know why these people leave. In this example, the guy even said, "Hey, this is nothing. I'm a contractor, dude. Why are you even making this article?" Right? But beforehand, like we had to talk about, was it this the guy from Rare, you know, which we have no idea why he had left the studio. We have no idea what happened. I think the Chris Lee situation was a little different, right? That's worth talking about a little bit, but like something like this is just ridiculous. You could also highlight, how about they have an article, all the people that they just brought on to 343, you know, they don't really choose to highlight that stuff. Instead, they choose to highlight when somebody's contract runs out. It's stupid.
Yeah, it really is. No, I agree with you. I mean, this guy is probably like, just one of many, hundreds of a team that maybe his job was just complete making like bricks in the background or something. We have no idea. And
Yeah.
they try to make it something it isn't. And it's just, I don't know, it's just ridiculous because there's so many other topics they could have talked about. Like you said, oh, hey, look at all these people they just hired right now. It's like, man, get a grip, GameSpot. Get a grip. Grow up.
Yeah, I don't get it. And I've seen a lot of this stuff from some of these. I'd say GameSpot is probably the worst as far as like their headlines on Twitter, and it's like their social media managers, or maybe the ones that are to blame the most, because if you actually read a lot of these articles, they're just kind of like, oh, this has happened, and it's not raising any alarms, but like the headlines, it's very clickbaity.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you heard about all the cabinets that we were just talking about, but they have a Killer Instinct cabinet coming out. They have the X-Men arcade game, the 4-player version coming out. And that was an awesome game. And then the Dragon's Lair game looked really cool too. These cabinets, they just look so good. I mean, I got the Street Fighter one, I got the Final Fight one. And of course, I got my Street Fighter one just to kind of mod it, like Jago did with his. But
How much was it?
I got it for $50 at Walmart when they clearance it out.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah. But these things run anywhere from like $199 up to like $499, and then the special ones could run even higher. They got tabletop versions now, and these things just look really cool. Wish they were a full-size arcade cabinet, but that's just not going to happen because it'd probably be a lot more.
Yeah, double the price at least.
Yeah. So, what do you guys think about these? Any interest in these? Would you guys get them for your home arcade rooms? Did you guys any memories in the arcades with these things?
Killer Go ahead, Mama.
Yeah, I like the X-Men one. I'm a big X-Men fan. I probably wouldn't get
I
one because I haven't got
remember
the space. But
not enough space in the flat. Is that what you're trying to say?
I just haven't got the room.
Yeah, I hear you. I I remember being, 7, 8, 9 years old and always wanting to go up to that X-Men one. I always used to play that X-Men one in the arcade. Wolverine was my guy. Although by the end, before it left the arcade room, I started getting to Gambit and became a big Gambit fan. But yeah, that's probably the one that I would be more interested in.
So we have a fellow Gambit fan here.
Yes,
Gambit is
I
absolutely.
love
with
Gambit.
Gambit is my favorite Marvel character. Period. And he does not get enough spotlight. He deserves some more spotlight in the movies and TV shows and all this stuff. So love Gambit.
Off topic. Taylor Kitsch in X-Men Origins Wolverine.
Yeah.
I give him a C on it. I don't know how I feel about how they portrayed him, but he's a good actor. But the way they directed him as Gambit was not.
Yeah, that
not
Gambit wasn't it for me.
Yeah.
Like that was like, they tried to make him like this like suave, like, kind of dude. Like I don't know. Gambit's he's like kind of like rough around the edges a little bit. You know what I mean? He's kind of like
Yeah.
that guy that's like, hey, you're a badass, but also you're a little annoying. You know what I mean? And that's kind of what I like. One of the things I like about him, like even though he has that like kind of flawed character, he is
Yeah.
still like really cool. There's actually for any Gambit fans out there on YouTube, I don't remember who made it, but there's actually like a little short film that's like a Gambit movie. It's like probably 20 minutes long or 30 minutes long or something like that, and it's like the best thing I've seen as far as that character. They actually have him and Rogue is in it as well. Really cool. So if you Google that, I'm sure you could probably find it. But anyway, we're getting off track. Sorry.
No, I mean that's all right. You're allowed to talk about your favorite characters. Real quick before we get back on topic here, I too am a Gambit fan, and I had the first appearance of Gambit in the comic book. Him on the cover and Rogue was on the cover, and I did sell it, because it was worth something at the time. But yeah, I loved Gambit, man. He was one of the cool guys when he came out. He made the X-Men cool again. So did Rogue. Jubilee at the time was awesome as well. And it's those newer characters that really brought life to an older franchise, and I don't know where they disappeared to. They just come back.
They've just chose to focus on certain characters, but I think there's hope with the MCU now that X-Men is being part of that. The MCU tends to also focus on these secondary characters that aren't the mainline guys a lot. You know what I mean? So I think
then why isn't Gambit in there? That's my problem.
Well, in the MCU stuff coming up, we don't even know what they're doing with X-Men yet. They haven't announced everything. I think he's going to get some focus here because
I hope so.
They don't want to just redo what they did with the X-Men movies from was like Fox, right? Yeah, so they want to do something different, and I think they're gonna probably have some interesting ideas with that stuff. But
they should just start from the X-Men movies, the 3 from Fox. They should just start there. I felt like the what was it, Days of Future Past and all those. I felt like they were like all over the place.
Yeah, I think so. They did a couple things right, but like the movies, we could get into this in some like Marvel movie and
after the
talk
podcast
sometime. Like I think they got like Wolverine, like as a character. I mean that he was perfect casting, perfect like everything was pretty much perfect with the Wolverine except how they kept changing his backstory and stuff. Right, that was kind of different. But going back to the arcade machine. I played the heck out of X-Men at putt places, right? We'd always go like play putt golfing games is like one of the places that we had, and we would hang out. There's an arcade there. You play miniature golf, right? And you do all that kind of stuff. Have pizza, and like they had the X-Men machine, the Simpsons, right? All those were awesome to play. Just took tons of quarters from me, and also the Killer Instinct also, but Killer Instinct was not easy. So you were when you went up to that machine, you were going to be prepared to if you don't playing against like an opponent next to you, you know you're going to be losing some quarters on that thing. So that's what I remember most from that.
I never personally played Killer Instinct in an arcade. I actually had it as a Super Nintendo game. I think it was a red cartridge, if I'm not mistaken. It was a different color.
Oh yeah,
man. I can't remember if it was
on
red or
N64.
There was a different one. I know they started to like make different colors. One like Zelda was gold and all that stuff. But the Super Nintendo one I played, that was one I played a lot.
Yeah, there was Killer Instinct Gold, Killer Instinct 2.
I think they had a black cartridge as well.
Yeah, I remember
Maybe
Turok
that was it.
had
That was
color cartridge also.
Yeah, that was it. It was a black cartridge. Thank you. That just right into my brain.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah. Killer Instinct Gold on the Nintendo 64. I think that's the one I played the most. At home anyway. But also the arcade was awesome. Yeah, we also had a nickel arcade. We still actually have them around me. There's called Nickel-Rama. So you pay like $2 to get in, and then the games take like nickels instead of quarters. So you get a cup of nickels, and you go around and you can play these games for like hours. So that's how I played a lot of arcade games, especially when I was like in middle school.
What is this sorcery you speak of, Mav? A nickel arcade? I never seen
Nickel
one
arcade.
of those.
You Google it, Nickel-Rama. They still have them. Actually, there's one in Garland, which is kind of close to me, and that's where I grew up. Was in Garland, and there was a Nickel-Rama opened up, and it was like, you know, as a 12 or 13-year-old, you know, your mom gave you a 20, you know, and it was like, here, you're gonna be here for 4 hours, kid. Figure it out, you know. So you go in, you pay your like $2, and then, you know, you made it last, you know. Area 51. So many freaking nickels.
Oh my god, Area 51.
There's Cruising USA, there was Rush 2049, you know, like all those games just spent hours and hours in the arcade, you know. Awesome times. And whenever I want these arcade machines, I want Jago Kukins. If y'all seen his setup at his house, like, I mean, it's like he has a little mini arcade in this game room, right? And all these arcade 1-up machines. I want that set up, but I don't have the space for it. I've kind of taken over the house with other things right now.
Well,
there was a sorry, I just wanted to say a little fun fact. In my arcade, there was an actual arm wrestling machine. It had a mechanical arm, and each player, each computer player got tougher and tougher every time. That was pretty cool. Sorry, clowns, go ahead.
Oh, that's all right. I was just gonna say, Caitlin, cover your ears real quick, because Mav, you could just move the makeup stuff out and just move that in the makeup room or whatever, you know.
Yeah, put it in her area.
Yeah,
take that. I'm taking over all inches of the house, baby. It's gaming is going to be inescapable. Yeah, she's put a lot in that. She would kill me. In fact, that actually used to be my office. She kicked me out of that to make it into that room, and then I took over this bedroom upstairs and made it into my office. So, yeah, I don't think I have a chance.
she's like, F that.
Yeah.
So
maybe in the little corner in like our game room, you know, I can put one or two.
Yell at her. I'm a peacock. You gotta let me fly.
Yeah. Don't call you out. She lets me do this fun stuff in here, though. I mean, like she decorates this stuff for me. She even like moved my figures around yesterday, so she has some gamer spirit in her.
She says she's down for whatever you want to get. So if you want to get some arcade 1-ups, I think that's what that means.
Yeah, baby. In the bedroom? We put them in the bedroom? Just wake up in the middle of the night, you see me in the corner playing on an arcade 1-up machine.
Slapping some buttons really hard over there.
3 a.m.
Yeah.
Can you leave those things on and they make the arcade sounds, or do you have to like leave them off?
No,
That's
I mean
that's one thing I want to know.
you can leave them on. Yeah, they really don't take a lot of electricity. They're very what do you say, lightweight? I mean it's just a very kind of small pull on electricity, and then you have a sound volume button. It's not the greatest in the world, you know, because
Yeah.
but it works, you know. So you get to hear the the screens a little bit as they go through.
I'm not going to read my wife's comment there. I advise nobody read that. I think you should actually remove that comment from the chat.
Let's see, Caitlin, and I quote.
Don't remove it. That's amazing.
Oh man, that's funny. That is funny.
Actually, that might reflect poorly on her.
Yeah, well, I'm staring at her.
Uh-oh. Midway's about to get punched. Midway's gonna get punched. Oh man. So, Mama, any
Just having
thoughts
some fun speculation.
on these arcades before we move on?
No. Like I said, I'd get one, but I haven't got the space. But I'm interested. So you said you have these nickel places. I'm wondering if they're the same as our penny arcades.
What? Another?
Maybe, except they take nickels instead of pennies.
It's the transfer rate over there, clowns. It's cheaper over there.
What is a nickel into our money?
5 cents. So it's like
I'm
a
really
fifth
confused.
A shilling, maybe?
Yeah, a fifth of a quarter, which is like a 20th of a dollar.
What's a shilling? Okay, hang on a minute. We had shillings like 100 years ago.
I don't understand y'all's currency. Y'all have
All right. What is
pence?
okay? So what is
Mary
the
Poppins time?
okay? What is the lowest amount of your currency?
1p. A penny.
So that's what
So it's
ours
still a
is.
penny. So
how many pennies
one penny
for a
is
dollar?
a penny.
For so what's your
A
$1?
pound.
So 100 pennies for a pound.
Okay, so that's the same thing as a dollar. A pound is a
Same
dollar.
thing as us.
Yeah.
So when you go to McDonald's, you have the
yeah.
pound menu.
Yes.
Okay,
So
we have the dollar menu.
And
Right.
pound stores.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, so you have pound stores and we have dollar stores. So you have Pound General and
Yeah.
Pound Tree.
Yeah.
So
And Pound
yeah,
Land.
Pound Land.
So what's the next highest after the penny?
2p.
What is that? Is that 2 pennies or is that 2?
Do you have anything that's worth 5 pennies?
Yeah, 5p.
Okay, that's a nickel.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay.
So we're paying 4 times the price at our nickel arcades.
Yeah.
To go to the penny arcades.
Well, we had penny candy, but now it's 99 cents.
Yeah. Yeah, the pound store and Pound Land sounds like something else. You know, sounds like something you'd find in Cyberpunk.
Land's great.
Yeah, it does.
We
Not
even have a
gonna
99p store.
Yeah, we have a 99 cent only store, but they actually closed down. They became pretty popular. Just started taking over every old grocery store that closed down in the U.S. and then
Dollar Tree
all went away. No, 99 cent only store. Maybe we still have a couple of them.
Yeah, maybe it's the same company.
Yeah, it's interesting, like the similarities. You know,
Yeah.
we went to one not that long ago. So okay, they didn't all shut down then.
We have dollar stores here in Florida.
Yeah. So do you actually have a store called Pound General and Pound Tree?
Haven't got a Pound Tree.
Okay, but you have a Pound General.
We've got Pound Stretcher.
Pound Stretcher.
It doesn't
Pound
sound.
Sounds painful.
It does.
Poundland.
Poundland. Hey everybody, welcome to Poundland.
We are learning a lot about the UK
That
right now.
sounds-
I know, it's really
suggestive.
interesting.
I could teach you so much.
What about
UK.
do you have a pound town?
Oh God.
No.
No pound town?
New
I'm
Jersey
gonna
has a
take you
food
down to Pound
town.
Town.
And
Yeah.
Pound City.
Pound City?
Pound City.
I'm gonna look these places up now. I'm curious. Like, do they
Okay.
really only cost a
Just
pound?
come to the UK to go to Poundland.
So how do y'all measure your meat? Do you weigh it by the pound? Or do you weigh
No.
it by the
Kilogram.
kilogram? Okay.
Yeah, kilogram.
See, they have the metric system. We have what we call the imperial
Yeah, I know
system.
that. I understand that, but it's interesting how it translates to all those
We do
different
go by
things.
miles though, like when we're driving.
Really?
Do you now?
So
Mhm.
like, what about speed? Do you use miles per hour or kilometers per hour?
Yeah, miles per hour.
That's
You
see, I thought it would be kilometers. per
Yeah,
hour.
same.
You still drive on the left side?
You mean the wrong side?
I knew that was gonna come up. We drove on our side. Yeah.
It's like
Interesting.
hearing Jez Gordon. He's like, "You Americans messing up our language."
Just driving here on the left side of the road, going to Pound General to get some meat. I'm gonna get 100 kilograms today, I think.
I just think it's starting to become topsy turvy over there.
Bloody right.
Yeah.
How much meat would you like? 100
Governor.
kilograms.
Was that a good accent there, Mama, that he did, or?
I mean.
My wife could do a really good
little
one.
work.
It sounded a
Oh,
little
really?
Cockney.
Yeah, my wife's is obnoxious and
Every
loud
time
when she does it.
Every time I hear someone do a UK accent, it's always Cockney. Like,
Yeah.
all right, Governor, how's it going?
Where's the loo?
You know, that's what happens when
Would you like
Peaky
a cup of
Blinders comes
tea?
on.
I thought it was a spot. Can we get a spot of tea, please?
Spot of tea,
Wow.
tea and crumpets.
You know, one thing I do want to say is that we do steal a lot from the UK's TV shows. Like, we do take a lot from them, like Shameless and Office. We took from the UK,
The
and we
Office, yeah.
Americanized it.
I do
But
love
I
it.
like the American Office.
Is it
Like, I
better?
watch both of them.
Yeah, we just take the UK stuff and make it better, clowns.
Well, she's probably like, "You Americans, you act so stupid. It's more funny."
But one thing that
I actually find it
UK
quite funny.
has got on us, that two things.
Wait, hold
Um,
on. I got to guess, Mav. Look, I know what you're going to say. Beans and toast.
No. Those don't belong together. They belong on separate sections of the
They do,
plate.
if you come in.
And if my
Say it.
bread gets soggy, I am not a happy person. But Monty Python is amazing, and
Yes.
Mr. Bean.
It is.
Yes.
Yes.
Mr. Bean and Monty Python cannot be recreated by Americans and have that same flavor that they bring. They are unique and can only come from the UK.
Yes.
I want to say
Agreed.
Guy Ritchie films too. I mean, Snatch and shoot, that one that just came out. Forgot his name, but they can only be done as British. You can't. I mean, if an American said the "See you next Tuesday," it wouldn't be as funny as an English accent saying that. You know, like Charlie Hunnam saying that like 6 times in a row is hilarious.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, if an American said that 6 times, you would be insulted and you would want to press charges. I'm telling
Should
you.
we try it on air just to see what happens?
It's Clown's channel.
Yeah.
Wait, what? I'm reading the chat, so I'm a little lost. What's going on?
No, I think we should skip this one.
I think this is a time to go to the next topic, Clowns.
All right, that sounds
Moving on.
great.
Anyway, that's enough.
Well, one thing the UK doesn't have, except for the Americanized version, is Indiana Jones. I'm pretty sure of that. Correct me if I'm wrong. But man, Mav,
He just lit up.
when you sent us that link, shout out to you for sending us that in the DM. But man, I am so damn excited for this. I wish it was coming out tomorrow. This is gonna be awesome. It looks great. I mean, am I the only one who thinks that this Indiana Jones game looks
Well, it does.
really good already? Just from what we've seen?
Well, that was all in-game footage and 100% what the game is going to be like. No, I have no idea what this game is going to be, but the little video brings out the feels. They know how to pull at those heartstrings of Indiana Jones fans. One of the biggest and best franchises in movie history, inspiration for games like Tomb Raider and Uncharted, is finally being brought to the new age of video games and being made by excellent developers. Now, Machine Games is no slouch, right? They have taken an IP that was existing in Wolfenstein and brought it to life again in a new way, and have captured the spirit of what the game was all about while making it cutting edge and new and fun. Now, if you're familiar with Machine Games, you would know that also they were founded by ex-Starbreeze developers. Now, they also know a thing or two about bringing IPs to life, like Riddick. So,
Ooh.
same guys, yes. I have high hopes for this. I think this is going to be incredible. I don't know exactly what it's going to be, but my mind is going into a whole new adventure, a whole new story in the Indiana Jones world. Go back to when he was younger, and you have so many possibilities because it's a video game that you can't do in film, of telling stories that are, between the movies or whatever. And I'm hoping that it's successful and it's amazing, and we see a continuation of this, right? I don't want this to be a one-off. I want to see it. I want it to be amazing, and I want more, and I want it to be in Game Pass. That's what I want. I hope we get it.
Well, absolutely. And Daz just joined us in the chat. He missed the whole conversation about beans and toast and driving on the wrong side of the road. And
yeah, he would have given me a hard time. So
yeah, he would definitely would have given you a hard time. Yeah, I mean, I'm really excited for this game, man. I've loved Indiana Jones growing up, Temple of Doom, Last Crusade and all that stuff. I liked everything they did. And Mav, not to disappoint you, but what if they just came out and they were like, they built up this great epic start screen, right? And then all of a sudden they're like, it's a card game, like electronic card game or something.
Hey, you know what? If it's got Indiana Jones in it, I will love it and I'll be happy with it. But Machine Games is not going to be making a card game. Machine Games, they are talented and they can do whatever. They're gonna get the best out of that development studio. They're going to be making something amazing. That I'm thinking third-person action adventure type game, that style, and I'm thinking like, okay, Uncharted with even more humor, with more crazy set pieces, with those classic Indiana Jones characters. Well, the question is are they going to get Harrison Ford on board? Because Lucasfilm is involved with this. Will Shia LaBeouf make a return?
Oh God!
What
no.
about?
No, I think he's blacklisted.
Sean Connery's out. We know that, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But
I can do a great Sean Connery accent.
well, maybe they should get you, man. Bring you in and say, hey, Indiana's dad is back.
He's back.
Yeah, I mean,
let's just see where they start it. Maybe it could be because they said it was a different story other than what we've seen. So I mean, maybe it could be something starting in his youth, which would be great. You know, maybe that's why they wouldn't need Harrison Ford, because obviously Harrison Ford's in his 70s and wouldn't sound like a 20-year-old. You know, so I mean, uh, it'll be very interesting. I mean, just watching the pan across the desk and hearing the small little hint of the opening sequence. Dun, 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 like seeing all that was just like, no way. And they did it, and it was kind of, yeah, and it was really funny seeing on Twitter, like some people are like, suck it ponies, you got Uncharted, we got our
Yeah.
Indiana Jones, and I'm just like, like, bro, that's a great franchise. Obviously, that was created probably with the spirit of Indiana Jones, and to finally have something uh from my childhood, and it'll just be nostalgic as heck, and just seeing what it has to be third person. It has to be like, I can't imagine all the stuff that they can do.
Yeah, I want to see Indy. I want to use that whip and like swing across
Right.
like gaps and stuff with that thing, and I want to get in a sword fight, but have the gun, and shoot the guy, like
Yeah.
I want all
Run
that
from
stuff, man.
run from the boulder coming down the chute, uh you know figure out counterbalance, right, with the sack of sand and all that stuff, and
Yeah,
see what
dude.
puzzles they come up with. And I mean, it's gonna be a good variety of a game, in my opinion. They got so much they can work with. And I know, I watched what was it, AMD's thing today, and they said they have like over 10 projects. Lucasfilm has over 10 projects of like Star Wars and other films and stuff like that. So it's very cool what they're working with, and I'm very excited to see not just this game but future games in the future, because they gotta do more than just one.
Yeah, you got to wonder, is this a multi-game deal with Bethesda possibly for but, EA's got the Star Wars license, right?
Yep.
So this is, the Indiana Jones license, right? And that now I don't know how that worked with, I guess Lucasfilm still owns the Indiana Jones, right? But
Yeah.
so they're holding on to that. So, they can choose who they want to work with, and I guess they chose Bethesda, right? So that, I mean, as an Xbox fan, I don't look at it and say, "Hey, cool, we get something of only ours." I don't know what's going to
Yeah.
happen with this. I don't know if it's going to be exclusive or not, because this was announced before the deal's finalized. We don't know how long this has been in the works for. We don't know
I wonder
what terms Lucasfilm had for this game. Are they making it be multi-platform? There's also a possibility with that. My hope is that it's on Game Pass,
Oh, it
just
should be.
because that'll save me some money.
It should
Right?
be
Heck
on
yeah.
Game Pass.
But I
I'm
think
wondering.
that's more likely. And I'm not saying that it's not likely that it's going to be exclusive. I just think it's more of a sure thing that it'll be in Game Pass, right? So we don't know as far as exclusivity what's going to happen there. But personally, for me, I don't care. I just want to play the game. I want to play it. I want to play it on Xbox, and I'm sure I'm going to get to do that, right? But I don't get jollies off of somebody else not getting to play the game. You know what I mean?
No.
So
I mean, we want stuff that, I mean, who cares about Johnny Come Lately, over there on the other? I mean, we're worried about our dollar, our, investment and all that stuff, and we're investing in the Game Pass, so we should have, a successful return rate when it comes to us as a consumer. So, um, I don't care if it's going to be multi-plat and non-exclusive, um, because maybe most likely because of the amount of dev time that's gone into it already. Um, I don't know how. Did they have a release date on this? I didn't see it.
I don't know. Like, and Phil Spencer, no, I don't think so. And Phil Spencer's
I don't
comment,
think so.
like on Twitter, was really interesting. He's like, "I'm looking forward to learning more about this game."
So
It's like,
it's
like he
yeah,
doesn't
He
know
doesn't
you
know
much.
any.
Yeah,
yeah. So like it would behoove them to get it for Game Pass, and because obviously now they own them. So
yeah.
I mean, would this be would okay, question. Would these games coming up be the first games for this year, be the first games that are either a timed exclusive or ones that they said are going to PlayStation? These are the first games that are coming out. You know what I'm saying? Like, are these? Did we have any past games that came out that were also Outer Worlds, Outer Worlds, right? Was
Yeah,
that Game
Outer
Pass day
Worlds.
one?
That one was published by Private Division, and I don't remember.
But Obsidian
Yeah.
created it, right?
I think it was straight away on Game Pass.
I think it was, and I think that may have been a deal that had already been in place.
Was it?
Somebody in the
What?
chat, help us out here. Was Outer Worlds
Anyone?
day one Game Pass? But that was a different publisher. Like Bethesda
I don't
is
think
going to
it
be.
was, you know.
It was because
That-
it was Obsidian.
Yeah, because the developer was bought, but the game was already being
Yeah.
produced. So they honored the contract that they had with the other.
I
other
think it did. I
platforms.
think it did hit Game Pass day one, though. I think that was part of like the deal, like when they made the acquisition, probably. If my memory's right, I could be wrong, but as far as that goes, I mean, this would be a different situation, even though because Private Division is a whole different entity. Like Xbox is actually acquiring Bethesda, who is the publisher here, right? So if there's a non-exclusivity agreement, it would probably have to be because of the whatever contract was signed in place with Lucasfilm, right? And
Okay.
if they have, if Lucasfilm said, "Hey, we're gonna do this game with you guys. We're choosing you to make this game. We have faith in what you're gonna be able to do with our beloved IP and our franchise. Machine Games is the real deal here. We believe in that. We believe in Xbox and what they're going to be able to do as far as this acquisition is happening, because they already had to know about this because that's a big thing for them. But here's the deal, right? We want the most people to be able to play this as possible, and we have a whole fan base out there. So as far as Lucasfilm and us speaking, we can do this deal with you guys, but we want to make sure it's also on all platforms." That would be how that happens. Otherwise,
Yeah, I
it's
can
exclusive,
see that.
right? Now, what the problem that people have with what PlayStation and Spider-Man is doing is less, in my opinion, a fault of Sony and more the fault of Marvel. They're the ones that are allowing that to happen, right? They're the ones that are saying, "Okay, you can have this. We're selling this off to you guys, and you can do with it what you want," as opposed to forcing that to be multi-platform, right? So that goes with the Square Enix deal, even with it being only on PlayStation. So because Sony doesn't actually own the rights outright to Spider-Man like a lot of people think they do, right? It's just a kind of a working relationship there. So, as far as Indiana Jones goes, we don't know, but I would rather Spider-Man be on every platform because it's a beloved character. So for me, I don't take anything like saying, "Hey, this is a trophy I get to hold over people's head being an Xbox fan," because you don't get to play Indiana Jones. So we'll see if Lucasfilm, what they believe and what they have put in this possible contract, right?
Many hands in this pot.
Correct me if I'm wrong,
Yes.
but doesn't Disney own Lucasfilm?
Who?
Yes.
They
Disney?
do.
So
does Disney own Indiana Jones now then?
Yes. And they
Okay,
own all of Lucasfilm franchise.
Okay, so when I didn't know if they bought Star Wars or they bought Lucasfilm, right?
No, they bought the
that's
whole
Disney.
thing.
So it's Disney and Marvel. I don't know.
So
It's gonna be interesting.
I got a feeling that I know there's a lot of rumors out there now saying, "Oh, this is gonna be Xbox exclusive." I don't think so. I think it's gonna be multi-platform. Yeah, I agree there. I think it's gonna be multi-platform because Disney look, they don't really care where Marvel goes as long as it makes money. So we've seen it on all the platforms except for the Spider-Man character, which Sony does the movies for. So I think we're gonna see this everywhere, guys. I don't think it's gonna be like just on Xbox, and that's okay with me. I mean, like Matt said, you play it where you want to play it. He's gonna play it on Xbox. I'm gonna play it on Xbox. You want to play it on PlayStation? Or you want to play it on PC? Go ahead. As long as you enjoy it, man. That's all. That's what it's about.
Or maybe only on Xbox. We don't know what they're gonna do. Yeah, but whatever it is, I mean, I don't think it's worth people like having this huge argument over right now, which I think is
It's not
going
worth
to
it.
happen because of what's already been talked about with Bethesda and people worried about Elder Scrolls and Starfield and all this stuff. Now you throw Indiana Jones into that mix, somebody that
Yeah.
people have even a deeper love and nostalgia for, you know, a character. It's going to pull at people's emotions even more than these games. So it's going to be interesting seeing a lot of the debates and arguments out there. And whatever the decision is, everybody's going to get to play it. Even especially if it's on
Oh,
Game
yeah.
Pass, so you'll have xCloud, you know. So this is probably
Xbox.
4 years away, 3 years away at least. I
Yeah.
think.
Xbox rejoicing, you know, keep your Nathan Drake. We got the OG.
Yeah, it's a big thing, man. Indiana Jones. That's a
Yeah,
big deal.
I'm excited.
When was the last Indiana Jones video game? On the like Nintendo back in the day?
Wasn't it like Lego Indiana Jones?
Wasn't it Lego?
Well,
Yeah,
besides,
Does that
Lego
yeah,
count?
I
Indiana
mean,
Jones.
no, Lego doesn't. I mean, Lego's made like everything, right? Like I'm talking about like
Every film franchise.
I love Lego, Matt. I love Lego.
no, the Lego games are great,
My
but
kids
you
love
know,
Lego.
when you say, hey, what's your favorite Star Wars game? You know, I wouldn't say like, okay, oh, the Lego Star Wars is really cool,
Lego
man. You know,
Star
I really like
Wars.
that. You know, I mean,
Got
you're
a
gonna
whole
talk about a
collection.
Star Wars game.
So Mama, what do you think about this? You excited for Indiana Jones?
I am really excited, and I'm hoping there's going to be like loads of puzzles and stuff because that would be awesome. Yeah, I think it'll be across all platforms, personally. Just
Yeah.
because Disney are involved. I think it'd be a different matter if it was just a case of Bethesda. But when you've got a franchise as big as Indiana Jones, you're gonna kind of want to put it on every platform. That's what I think anyway. Yeah, I could be wrong, but I think a big game like that, and it's gonna be huge, will be put across everything. Maybe we'll see.
I'd like to give
Indiana Jones Greatest Adventures, SNES. I remember playing that game. That was a good game.
Oh, I didn't play that.
You know, when I was a kid, I used to think Pitfall was Indiana Jones.
Yeah,
It's probably a mock or mockery. Not mockery, you know. You know what I mean.
Those alligators.
That game was a mockery. You have some Pitfall
It was a
fans that are angry
perversion.
right now.
Shout out to the chat right now. Thank you for everyone coming. And we have one guy, or one person I should say, on goodgame.ru, the Russian site that always watches but never speaks. So shout out to you, whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever you're doing over there in Russia. So thank you for watching us. It's appreciated. And tell everybody else in Russia about the stream too. That would be awesome. So, guys, I mean, CD Projekt Red, huh? Cyberpunk, right? Mav, you've been playing this a lot.
Yeah, and not as many, not just some. Like Pong Soul in the chat here is like he's like 3 decades in already. You know, you know, I've played quite a bit of it. I'm pretty deep into the story. I'm kind of like, oh, we got Pong Soul's telling us Indiana Jones and the Emperor's Tomb. I think I remember that as well.
Ooh.
I'm gonna check. I gotta check out some of these games now. I'm on this like Indiana Jones nostalgia train. Look for some interesting videos coming up soon. Maybe we'll see. As far as Cyberpunk, yeah, dude, we've been playing like, I think I'm like 20 to 30 hours in somewhere, but I'm kind of like a story guy. Like I get sucked into that story and I have to go immediately and know what happens next. Like, okay, I have that feeling of like, what am I supposed to do now? Right? What am I supposed to do? And I kind of go that way. Now, when I do my second playthrough of it, I'm probably going to do like every side mission and all that stuff and play as a different class, but yeah, I'm really enjoying it so far.
Yeah, I mean, I like the game. I got every ending, and I'm probably like Pong Soul, where he's got 159 hours in. I'm probably like right around there, a little bit above it. I've done everything. The game for me has been fantastic. I haven't had any serious issues on the Series X. I mean, yeah, you got the stuff that floats around. Sometimes duplicate objects just float in there. Doesn't make sense, but it's not like, oh
Yeah.
my god, the game is broken for me on Series X, whereas it's causing crashes on other systems and whatnot. But so I guess it's gotten so severe over there in Poland with the allegations against CD Projekt Red about how they lied during the certification process to Microsoft and Sony, um, to many other things as well about how the game state was to investors, that is now under investigation by the Office of Competition and Consumer Protection for misleading customers after the anticipated game launch in December of 2020. I am very surprised, to be honest with you, that the Polish government is kind of taking this that serious. That the government's over there, like, let me see this stuff. What's going on? Maybe because investors complained. When money's involved like that, sometimes it gets heard faster. But I'm just surprised because I am actually enjoying the game. And I hope the CD Project Red would fix it, for the other people. What do you guys think about this? Do you think that CD Project Red deserves this kind of heat and this kind of investigation? Do you think they brought this upon themselves? Or do you think that they're not the worst studio out there that's done stuff like this before?
Well, I'll let somebody else go first on this one.
Go ahead, Mum.
I actually like the game. I like it. I mean, I know it's got its problems and all that, but I like it. And I've got Xbox One S, so I'm not even playing on next gen. And it hasn't been too bad for me. I don't know. I feel like it's gone a little bit far. Maybe a little bit overkill. I don't know. What do you all think?
I personally played like an hour and a half, 2 hours, and had my fair amount of glitches, Jackie walking through elevator doors before they open and all that stuff, and for an example, and I decided to get a refund because obviously I know personally I would wait for patches and even the next gen patch, which isn't going to be out for a while. So that's to me, that's $60 just sitting there, and I had something better to do with that money. So doesn't mean that I don't want the game and I think it's garbage. I believe it was poorly advertised. I think it was kind of misled from the developer. And I believe the Polish government aids in funding these Polish game developers. So I'm not surprised that they're taking a deeper investigation into this for obviously money that they've invested and have lost, which even though they sold a crap ton of copies, they've lost more than they probably wanted to lose, and therefore are investigating. And I don't blame it at all. And this will teach all developers to be honest and not force anything out. EA, I'm talking to you as well. Just to be patient. Everyone's got to be patient. Don't worry about public scrutiny. Once you can please an entire group of people just by putting out a good game. I mean, what was it? Last of Us 2 took 7 years. I mean, you're coming off the heels of a good game in The Witcher 3, and yes, people were starting to get impatient, but that's on them. That's not on you. So they should wait as long as they should wait, go out, and then they'll be happy, and they'll get their itch scratched, and leave all the better. And like many people in the Twitterverse and playing the game out there, there hundreds of hours are being put into this game. It's not a game that you take 3 days and then complete it. I mean, this thing's going on and on and on, and that just shows how much content is in it. Now it just needed to be, perfected and
like polished up.
right, and polished. So I mean,
it's
just
polished up.
Polished up. I see what you did there. It's very clever.
So yeah, so just this should be a learning experience for every developer, so that they don't have to. They see what's going on. Now I think CD Projekt Red is going to be the cautionary tale, because now people that are invested will see, like, okay, let me see the returns on it. Oh, I'm losing over $1 million. I have a case. I'm going after it. So I mean, it's just stay the course, finish your game, and everyone will be happy. Okay.
Yeah. So do y'all remember Deadly Premonition?
Nope.
No.
Xbox 360 game. And anybody in the chat that knows this game, I mean, this game looked like crap. It was a buggy mess, absolutely horrible, right? But it's a fan favorite. It's a cult classic, right? It has this fan base that's like loves this game. So my point with this is expectations. Okay, when you market the game like CD Projekt Red did, and you have all this stuff showing all this amazing things and talk about it like this is going to be the best thing ever and everything, and then you release it and it's got bugs and the graphics aren't good on last gen consoles and all that stuff, people are disappointed, especially people that are kind of more casual fans and are just seeing what the advertising was in this game, because this is the video game that's caught their eye, and they don't play games all the time and they aren't used to this kind of stuff, right? So they see what they see on TV and like, oh, okay, cool, yeah, I'm gonna finally get to play this Cyberpunk, and then they load it up and then they get what they got on like last gen consoles. It's going to create a lot of disappointed people, right? In a large numbers. Then compounded on that, you have the weird messaging from CD Projekt Red with, here, get a refund, everybody. If you don't like this, we're sorry. We know we screwed up. We kept things from you. That's just strange to actually put that out there like they did. Now, granted, they were actually honoring refunds and giving refunds, which is a good thing. But that kind of helped compound the problem instead of just, hey, there's a patch coming in a week, which it did, and it improved the experience. You know what I mean? So they have put this on themselves with setting unreasonable expectations, and in this marketing blitz that one of the most anticipated, overhyped games in years. Now, is it a great game? Yes. So it's this weird, strange problem that they've created this monster that they had no way of living up to their ambition of what they were trying to create and what they were trying to market. No Man's Sky was another example of a game that did this, right? Where when it launched, everybody had these expectations because of the way it's being marketed and everything, right? Now, No Man's Sky was originally not supposed to be that big. Like when they announced it, it was like people's minds were blown and it got all this hype, and then the larger platform holders and publishers started running with it and putting it on big stages and stuff, and it kept growing the hype and the hype and the hype. But it was made by like a little indie developer, right? So sometimes the hype train and the expectations can run rampant, and unless you actually try and contain those expectations as the publisher or developer or whatever, then you're setting yourself up for failure. And this, like, you can do this with lots of businesses. If I go and try and sell somebody something and I say, hey, this is going to be the best thing you've ever experienced before in your life, and then what I give them is kind of less than average or not very great, they're going to be pissed off. But if I am real with people and show them what to expect, they're going to not be as disappointed, right? So I think hopefully with these lawsuits and with the Polish government stepping in, it's more about transparency of showing people what to actually expect at launch and not curtailing the ambition of the developers and the publishers to create something next level like they were trying to create. And I think they're going to get there still. They got lots of updates to keep coming out with. We're going to get the next gen patch. There's going to be multiplayer stuff is going to come out. This is going to be a game that's supported for years, and I trust CD Projekt Red with that stuff. But I think this marketing got away from them and has created this problem that they are in right now. And we'll see what happens with it. But if they do actually start winning like some lawsuits and you have like millions and millions of dollars being gained by investors and stuff like this, I hope it doesn't set a precedent that puts fear in publishers from going big. That's what I don't want. So anyway, we'll see. We'll see what happens. The mic looks disturbing where it is. This one or this one?
It's all right. I just don't know which one you're talking out of.
I'm using this mic right now, but I can't detach this one.
I think that's kind of a strong saying where you don't want them to be afraid of going big.
Yeah. I think this is like almost too ambitious for them to create in the time frame that they were setting for themselves. You know what I mean? Like they were trying to do all this next level stuff, but there's got to be at some point a return on the investment.
The patch is coming out this summer, correct?
At some point, I don't know exactly when the next gen patch is, but there's been rumors about this summer, I think, as far as that. But we've already had a couple. We've already had at least one patch that's improved the experience.
So so how would you think the people, the masses, would feel if they delayed it till the summer with that patch?
I think as long as people have kind of come to grips with the reality of what the game is now. I think at this point, people just want the best experience possible, and if that just means delaying a patch a little bit, that's not going to be that big of a deal because this game is going to be played for years. People are going to be playing this game for 5-10 years from now, over and over and over again. They have created a masterpiece of a story with a world that's only going to get better as they keep coming out with these updates, and it's unique of an experience and big enough that I think it's going to keep getting played. Now, multiple playthroughs with new modes, multiplayer coming in the future. So this is going to be an ongoing living thing. And I think 3-4 years from now, people are going to say, oh, you remember when Cyberpunk launched and it kind of had that, like, it was kind of crappy at launch, but like it's
it'll be a funny now wasn't funny then moment, like,
right,
I mean, it's
exactly.
The thing is that I think they got caught up in the next gen talk too much too, because I think the best versions should have been the OG versions of the previous gen versions because of where they were releasing it so close. I think they got caught up in the next gen hype, and because a lot of the people that had the Series X and I don't know how, nobody really talked about the Series S or anything like that, but they're saying that there wasn't that many problems or glitches or anything like that. So why is it that a game that was 7-8 years in development, having in the previous gen cycle in the timeline, how is that having more problems than the next gen version, which should have been brute forced, quote unquote, brute forced from the beginning? So I mean,
right. I agree with you 100%. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I think they got caught up in the investor talk and they were worried or scared or something, and they decided to release it because what was it? A week later, they came out with a patch that made the previous gen a little easier and a little better to play and all that stuff. I mean, I think they say let's just take what we can get, give it to the investors. But apparently, 13 million copies plus what was it, like 8 million on the PC wasn't enough, which to me is also kind of skeevy and shisty in a way. So
yeah, I think
mean,
the first letter they put out after all the controversy of like the game not performing well and people were upset didn't do any favors, because they pretty much said that we're sorry we didn't pay enough attention to the last gen versions, and that's like where the whole mix of messaging was confusing for me. Like, how are you going to say you didn't pay enough attention to the last gen versions? The next gen didn't even come out until a week ago, is what at the time, right? Or 2 weeks ago. And you've been developing this game for 7 or 8 years, supposedly. And you're going to say now that you didn't pay enough attention to the only platforms that you were developing the game for? Even the 3,000 cards didn't even come out till like a month before that or something. And the game would have released only on last gen platforms, including PC, and if it had released on time, right?
Yeah.
Like if it wasn't delayed past next gen wouldn't even be a thing. So you're gonna say you didn't pay enough attention? Like,
yeah, it was supposed to be April that it was supposed to come out, but then they delayed it again.
The messaging was just weird, and I think it set things down in a negative spiral for them. Now, ambition, like the chat saying right now, like I said before, I got away from them. I think they wanted to make this thing like live up to what they were showing in those trailers and everything, and it really wasn't capable on the last gen. So at that point, maybe they delayed it into current gen to help make the game show better when it launched. Right? Like, could you imagine?
Get my head around. Like, I can't get my head around that it was in development for 8 years.
Yeah, I was ever since like
showing that clip, and I'm like,
what Witcher 3 when
like
it was
kind
released.
of like Anthem.
Yeah.
You remember when they said they were working on Anthem, like, and they said they were for like 7 years.
Yeah, you got to wonder how much of it is like,
and they never were
pre-development. You know what I mean? Like planning, you know, and all that. Like, instead of actual here, let's get the wheels going now. Let's actually start building this thing. I don't know how that works, right? But even when they first announced it, they were like, we're creating the biggest thing we've ever made. We're creating the best experience and it generated this hype that just ran away. And it was this
so overhyped.
This entire generation, people have been waiting for Cyberpunk. Like, when is Cyberpunk going to come? Right. And then it finally comes.
Like, just before it,
I don't know.
Just before it launched, I've never seen anything like that before.
Yeah. I mean, I think
people that were talking about it.
Closest thing is Grand Theft Auto. Whenever GTA comes out, you know, it has that kind of hype, but Rockstar usually pretty much delivers on the quality. And now there's always some glitches and stuff like that, you know, but there's a reason those games take so long. And I think they kind of are used to building a bigger open world with lots of NPCs and characters doing different things like that. You know, even if you look back at The Witcher 3, The Witcher 3 is a completely different animal than Cyberpunk. It's not the same type of game. You know, like it's an RPG, but it's a different type of game. They were trying to make like a GTA RPG here, like a fantasy game in the Cyberpunk universe here. And I think they mostly succeeded. What they fell short was because they were trying to create something so next level. It just wasn't capable on the machines that they had been developing it for so long that they lost sight of, hey, people actually need to be able to play this thing. You know? So now we'll see. What I don't want to happen is these lawsuits like cause that ambition like they have some other publishers and developers to go big. I like that. I like that attitude of wanting to create something huge. I want them to make this game that takes 7 years, you know, and create this world we've never seen before. And this game could hope it doesn't happen. set a precedent that, hey, other companies are going to be afraid to take on something of this task, right? Because of their failures with delivering at the end of the development cycle. We'll see what happens in the next couple of years with Cyberpunk to see where it goes from here. And if they absolutely turn things around, everything's being okay, then that's good. But if we see all these lawsuits left and right, and they all start winning, publishers are going to start to get scared of that stuff, and I don't want that to happen.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you there. I think that this is a scary thing for big publishers. It does take a while to make these games, and at the same time, though, I mean, CD Projekt Red's really in a tough spot because they're the gem of the industry before this game came out, and everybody was looking forward to it, and then all of a sudden, it comes out and it's subpar. It didn't meet expectations. It was probably misadvertised, and the weird contract they had with journalists that they couldn't talk about the situation about the game or the bugs they encountered. There was just so much around this game that shadowed the actual quality of the game. And regardless of the fact that I love the game and I think it's like my game of the year or, whatever, it's still, they misled people at the end of the day, and that's the most unfortunate thing because it falls really on the management of the company and not the devs. And I think the devs are the ones that get the blame. I hear a lot of people say, "Oh, well, if you're a dev and you're working on something, you know how bad it is, etc., etc." But at the same time, you're trying to make the game better as a dev. You put your life, blood, sweat into this game. You want it to be good. 8 years, and
It's a long time.
it is.
It's always the management and people above the management.
It's always the higher ups every time.
You can't blame the guy that's like sitting there trying to crunch the code that they're being told to crunch, right? Or the guy that's doing the animation that they're told to do. Yeah, you got to look at the people that are making the decisions to make the game what it's supposed to become, and it's the decision makers that have got them into this mess, and that goes into those stupid yellow letters that we kept seeing be put out on Twitter with the messaging from them. That's on them too, with like their social team or whatever, that the guys that signed those letters, right? I have a lot to blame here as far as the fallout afterwards, because they kind of made things worse. So we'll see what happens in the future, but you don't blame the devs. I mean, they're just working on the game that they're told to work on.
Yeah, and GameSpot, if any devs leave that are contractors, don't be like, they left because it was CD Projekt Red. Don't do that. Don't do that. But in other notes of Cyberpunk and CD Projekt Red, data miners leaked some multiplayer ahead of time. At least what they believe is going to be in the multiplayer. Of course, things can change on the fly when you're a big company like CD Projekt Red. You could always make changes, you could always delay whatever you need to do for the multiplayer, but apparently it's going to contain a heist mode, which is like the single player story quest lines, and then some type of deathmatch mode. I'm not sure how interested you guys are in this, if you guys would play the multiplayer, or if you're really in this game for the single player story. I know that a lot of times when I play these big RPGs, I'm honestly in it for the single player story, and maybe heist mode I'll check out, but I'm not sure about like deathmatch. I didn't even like the deathmatch in what you call it in Grand Theft Auto Online. And huge shout out to Trippy Frog. Thanks for coming by, and thanks for the super chat. I hope you have a great night, man. Thank you so much. It's appreciated. But guys, what do you guys think about this multiplayer stuff?
I'm down.
Just talked a lot, so.
He's like, let me take a sip.
Well,
I mean, I'm not big on multiplayer stuff. I like campaigns, but I mean, obviously I haven't gotten much into it. I personally, though, for some reason, like, I would want to give this a shot. Playing, the mechanics and everything like that, they seem sharp. I mean, even though like I mean when I played the beginning, and I started out as a corpo, and the way you travel and look at the city outside the window, I mean that was really, I think it really took me into the story and to the immersion of where I was, and I thought that was really cool. I mean it made me feel like a part of the game in some way. So I mean I definitely would be interested, obviously. um I have what, one, two, three, at least three good online friends here talking to me right now, so maybe they'll let me play with them. Maybe.
Yes,
Maybe.
absolutely.
Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh, thanks. But yeah,
Yeah,
no, I
so-
mean, and this goes well for them as a company as well. Keep getting content out, keep getting updates and stuff like that. And I mean, more people will buy the game at full value anyway. I mean, it's not that the Microsoft Store always, they do sales all the time, but at the same time, you'll get a good amount of people that'll, hey, everything's out, okay, it's worth it. So I mean, like I said, if I see it, um, I'll probably, after the update, I'll get it again. So
Yeah, I mean, I hope they really get to patching this game sooner than later. It seems like it's taking a while to get it to where it needs to be at this point.
always better if it's sooner,
Yeah.
but right.
Yeah. So Mav, are you?
Overly fast. Oh, sorry. Go on.
No,
Oh,
you
I'm
go
sorry.
for it.
You go ahead, Mama.
I'm getting all like eager. Um, I'll play it. I'll give it a go. I'm not overly keen about it, just because I'm not really a multiplayer kind of person. But I'll give it a shot. I think they should take their time with it though.
It'd be cool if this game was
I
co-op.
don't know, it
Yes.
would be cool.
Like if someone could be
That would
Jackie.
be very cool. I love Jackie.
I think it's a different team. Is a different team that's working on the multiplayer altogether.
Maybe
I
it
think
is.
somebody said something
Maybe.
about that
No.
before. I'll play it. I never really got into the GTA Online stuff, and I think this is going to kind of be similar to that. But we'll see. Like,
Yeah.
what the multiplayer is like. I like the gunplay in Cyberpunk a lot. I like the car mechanics in GTA and in Cyberpunk a lot also. So I think it has a lot of potential for online stuff, but it just depends. I mean, we don't know really anything about it right now, as far as what it's going to be like or what the
No.
modes are going to be. So I think the first thing I would hope to see is that they just get the game where it needs to be first, and then get the online mode out after that. And then once that's out, just like GTA though, it's going to give this game legs, keep people coming back for years and years and years. And I think that's good for a game like this, so I think I'm going to try it out, but it's an open book on whether I'm going to be into it or not. I have no clue.
Oh, I didn't realize it's going to be standalone. So that means a separate download, correct?
That's
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, like they did. They changed how they made Red Dead Online.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. When you go on the opens, yeah.
Well, that's good for space.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Download size would be saved there, because once you beat the campaign, if you're done with it, you could just download the multiplayer.
If things
Yeah.
are starting to go that way, thank you. Especially with the space of the Series S and all that stuff. So
I think Halo Infinite's probably going to be like that.
I'm
Oh,
for it.
that rumored battle royale mode, right? Right, Mav?
Yeah, we'll see. Hey, free to play multiplayer, but the game itself is you got to pay for, or it's in Game Pass. So I think the multiplayer is going to have to be a separate download.
Yeah,
Right?
it
Because if you
only
don't buy the
makes
game,
sense.
you're going to need to still be able to install that multiplayer.
Plus, that games are getting so big now anyway. I mean, it only makes sense to do it, to split it
Yeah.
up. Well, I just want to go on to this topic next. Basically, for all you cheaters out there, man, I just want to let you know that cheating doesn't pay. The cheat makers for software that affects Destiny 2 and Valorant are being sued by Bungie and Riot Games. So yeah, so that's good news. That means some of the cheats are gonna go away. I just hope that this continues to happen and these cheat makers get taken down, because it really does ruin the experience for a lot of people and games like Call of Duty and elsewhere. What do you guys think about this? Do you guys, are you guys happy to see that Gator Cheats is going down at this point? Tens of hundreds of thousands of dollars of sales that they made over their lifetime.
Cheating is
Happy?
bad. Do not cheat. I don't cheat. Cheating is
Yes.
stupid. Next.
It is. Those stupid people cheat. Don't do it.
They should
No,
have
I
a
don't like
code
it.
where if somebody, they should have a code like Quantum Break did. You know, if you like pirate the game, you get an eye patch on your character. Like if there's some way where they can, find the code or the algorithm that people are using, they should be identifiable in the first place, which is probably how they're getting these people in the lawsuits.
I hope it doesn't cross over into mods, though. If they start
Oh yeah, I like
putting the
mod.
two, if they start kind of combining that with
Like
cheating,
blurring the line.
blurring the lines there, that's where it gets a little dicey, right? But yeah, cheating bad. Don't cheat. If you're doing
Don't do it.
bot and stuff in Call of Duty, and you feel like you're getting some kind of kicks out of that, like, hey, I'm really cool because I can hit people with just pulling the trigger. I don't even have to look at them.
Yeah.
You're stupid. I don't like you.
Yes.
Go away. Stop getting in the
away.
lobbies.
Stop
Why are
ruining
you
our
like
game?
you don't want to have fun. You want to just have an imaginary sense of self-fulfillment of being good at something that you suck at. So go away. Stop cheating. So anyways, yeah, cheating bad. Leave us alone. Get sued. But don't blur the lines with modding, because that's good.
See, multiplayer and competitive, it's all about competition, and when you're cheating, obviously it sullies the competition. This isn't Latino Heat, all right? You don't cheat to win.
Yeah.
Anybody know that reference?
No.
Eddie
No.
Guerrero, Chavo Guerrero,
yeah.
WWE,
Right
yeah.
over my head.
Yeah. He was like, wasn't he Eddie Guerrero,
yeah,
rest in
okay.
peace.
He had a heart attack. Yeah,
Yeah.
steroids.
So. What, didn't one of those guys take a shotgun blast or something?
Yeah.
No, you're thinking of Chris Benoit.
Oh yes, okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I get them mixed up. I was a big WCW fan for a while.
I liked WCW back in the day.
Yeah.
Kevin Nash, big
when
sexy.
they were
That was
having
my
that
guy.
whole like feud.
That was all Goldberg. Goldberg was my guy.
Yep.
Who's next?
I was just gonna say, well, we're talking about wrestling right here, right? I just want to let you guys know that Ultimate Warrior was my favorite wrestler of all time.
Oh yeah. He was...
R.I.P.
Yeah, that was when wrestling I thought was real. Before I knew that was all staged. Back in the day, I thought that like the Big Boss Man and Hulk Hogan and Earthquake and all those guys was legit. I thought they went out there and they fought for life. And then my dad told me one day, he said it's all staged, and I was like, wrestling
it's not
sucks.
real, it's fake.
But did you know?
What?
Did you know that? Did you know that Big Boss Man was a corrections officer in Cobb County, Georgia?
No, I did not know that.
Really?
Yep, and that's where he was billed out of.
Wow.
So there's a little truth to it.
Hey, all due respect, these guys are amazing athletes. I mean, there's nothing fake about the stuff that they do.
The falling is real.
Yeah, the fall. Well, I mean, okay. So yeah, maybe that there's assistance from the guys being lifted in the air, right? Maybe they're helping make that happen and stuff. But like, okay, it takes a lot of physical strength and endurance and athletic ability to be a wrestler. So no knock on you guys. I'm not saying you're not real athletes. You are, but you know,
They are looking a little more pudgy though. They're not taking the roles anymore.
the man, back in the day, like the storylines and stuff, you know, it was like soap opera for, you know, for daytime, like just people looking for something other than Days of Our Lives, looking for some smacking going on around there as well, you know. So wrestling is always fun.
Hey, Mom, repeat after me. NWO for life.
Wolfpack, baby.
NWO for life.
Wolfpack.
Yeah.
They had some weird
She's
characters
like,
in there
"Yeah."
too. You know,
Yeah.
Ray Mysterio was
Disco Inferno.
Disco Inferno was one of the weird characters.
Disco.
You know, while we're on the
Back.
topic, before we change it, one thing that really upset me about wrestling, besides learning that was fake, was when they had to change the name from WWF to WWE. Because
Yeah,
I
that's sad.
I remember that.
I love the name WWF. Like, I thought it was so cool, and then the real WWF sued him. I was like, oh
Yeah.
crap.
Stupid
It's like,
animals.
You should
Belongs
be like,
to the
nobody
animals.
looks you up. You should change your name. Nobody looks you up.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Animals ruined everything.
Yeah, I guess they did there, right? Can't argue with that.
Damn the animals.
You know, maybe speaking about animals or maybe not speaking about animals, anybody excited for this? You can hear my excitement in my voice. I am so anticipated for this game coming out for Nintendo.
You sound enthused.
Bowser's Fury plus Super Mario 3D Plus or whatever. It just, I don't know, man. Like, are you guys excited for this? Or you guys just think this is another Nintendo kind of cash grab remake and just throw it together mashup kind of thing?
Bowser's my guy on Mario Kart.
Yeah. I just sold my Switch.
I sense your excitement, Mav. I sense it.
I don't have a Switch, so.
Neither do I.
I did. I had one last
there you
week.
go.
It was awesome for a little bit. Like I liked it for a few months after the Switch came out, and then since then, it's hasn't been getting a lot of playtime, and I'm kind of down on Nintendo right now. And I'm not a negative person, right? I don't like to talk negative about games or about stuff, but like, give us some cool stuff right now. You know, like, where's Metroid? Where's these games that you kind of talked about a few years ago that a lot of people were excited for? Where's a real console?
Where's a new character? Where's a new IP? I mean, they're doing the same things over and over and recycling and repackaging and, you know, repurposing these same characters. And I grew out of Nintendo 2000. So, I mean, they have done nothing to make me feel like I want to go back into Nintendo.
My dream thing would be a brand new Nintendo console that is like close in power to like PS5 and Xbox Series X, and they announce a bunch of games and have this amazing thing with this marketplace where you can play all the old Nintendo stuff and you can buy the games digitally. And
like
wow,
the Wii?
I mean, yeah, the Wii was on the right track until they stopped making games for it, right? And then they came out with the Wii U, and they didn't make any games really for that either, and like they marketed it really poorly. And it was also a generation behind in power. You know,
I want a mini N64.
Yeah.
Only if it has the right games on it.
It's got to have GoldenEye in that.
You know.
Oh, it's got to.
You know what really cracks me up on Nintendo? Is that they try to make themselves look like the all family console for this generation, but yet they have games on there like Panty Raider, where you're a girl's panty and you go around shooting things, and then they got these visual novels that are on the borderline of like erotica, but just on the borderline of it. Yeah, it's just like, I don't know, man. It's Nintendo. I'm so confused. You don't want violence and you don't want all this on your console and you don't want to grow up, but then you come out with these off the wall ports from Japan and China and you put on your console in the Western world and we look at that as worse than violence in some aspects. So Nintendo, come on, man. Give us something new that's not a floating panty shooting things from your third party creators over there. It's a real game, by the way, guys. If you look it up, it's called Panty Raider.
That's
Yeah, it's
hot.
is that a Midway
Wow.
Monster life simulator?
It's for those that got no game, man. They got to play a game because they got no game.
By the way, Midway, I like your
Mhm.
Urlacher little fat head. on
You
the
like
wall.
that, man?
Yeah.
That's been there since 2006.
Oh,
Nice.
wait, guys. Correction. I'm sorry. It's not Panty Raider. It's called Panty Party. And
Oh, even better.
yeah,
That
and
makes
the
it so much better.
Ooh.
and the trailer for the official Nintendo trailer with Nintendo's logo on it has a anime girl bending over with her hands over her in the proper term buttocks and a panty floating in the air above it.
Wow.
So
Mom, as a content creator and blogger, I expect a full review.
Is this game rated
Oh,
E for
I'm gonna
everyone?
Stream it.
What's the rating on the game, clowns?
let me look that up. That's a good question.
You know,
Rated F.
I
for
found that
fun
some
time.
of these weird games like that and sometimes had surprising ESRB ratings. So you know, and Nintendo, like, also they had the Mario thing where it's like 3 old Mario games with just up res on one of them, I think, on the resolution, and they release it for 3 months and then it's going away. Like, and that's their idea of being able to have access to these IPs and these older games. Like, the Wii was doing things right with the online store, and then with the virtual console and stuff, and they kind of got rid of it. I don't know.
So it is rated T for teen, for fantasy,
Okay.
violence, mild language, and subjective themes. And it's
Son of a bitch.
$5.99 right now
Like
on
with that.
sale, Daz. So Daz, if you're looking for a new game, it's on sale for $5.99.
It's a bargain. Pick
It's in
it
the
up
bargain
now,
bin.
quick.
You can find it next to the panty section at your local Target.
Wait, how much was it again?
$5.99.
For Nintendo, that's
I
cheap.
mean, just like, I wonder how much that works out for mine. Let me have a look.
I'm
gonna
actually
say-
I'm gonna post.
buying it or anything.
$8.99.
I'm gonna post
Panty party.
Oh, was it $8.99?
Where you try and figure out what
I
the
don't know.
mysterious pouches and the panties. What's that for? An investigative game.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just ironic, It's a little off topic from the actual topic, but I had to bring it up because it's something that's been bothering me. It's been bothering me.
Yeah, I remember you talking about it one time.
Yeah, I know somebody that actually went to GameStop. Not for this one, but there's another game that's worse than this. It has anime girls that get drunk in the street, and you come upon them, and the talk, even though is innocent, is very suggestive of other stuff. And Nintendo still published it or allowed it on their console, and they had a special edition of the game, and somebody went out and bought the special edition that came with weird stuff, which was very awkward.
Damn.
I mean, Steel Rain, you are correct in that aspect, but I think that sometimes the topics that these things go into are a little bit too far. The suggestive themes, especially for a console aimed at kids. Avish, if your panties are bothering you, take them off.
Daz said he wants us clowns to look more like Mama Rocks. He said that earlier in the chat. So I think this topic is also for him, and he's probably going to be definitely the one that's going to go and install this game right away.
He probably
right,
would.
I'm not in the game, by the way. I'm just saying.
I I just gotta correct someone. Pong Soul. I will not be buying 3 copies to this game. Thank you. I will be buying 0.
So for Daz, I'll tell you what, right? Listen, I will
Down
do
with Daddy.
I will do what they call a mukbang stream, where you eat something live on stream, and it'll be beans and toast, and I'll smash it all over my beard, and you can watch Daz. There you go. How about that?
That's hot.
Oh.
I gotta see what he said. He's gonna say some off the wall comment to that for sure.
That's HAWT, hot.
Indie gamer. Daz likes a hardcore to the max. Shout. No,
Where
no,
is Fortnite
Caitlin.
headquarters headed right now?
Daz, you know what? It's COVID delirious right now, so
Yeah.
we'll just go with that.
Yeah.
So next topic, Star
And the
Wars.
COVID.
Yeah, it's definitely the COVID. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order gets an update. You guys, I mean, is it a little too late for this game? It's been out for like what, however long, and passed up on the Game Awards twice already for Game of the Year. Does
Wait,
this
can you say the topic again? I'm too distracted. I have no clue what you just said.
Stop looking at that trailer, Mav. You're not getting your Switch back. Damn it. No, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order gets an update that makes the frame rate better, dynamic resolution, post processing, and it depends on what hardware you're running, but it gets an update. So it's supposed to be better, runs better on next gen, but does anyone care at this point, or is it a little bit too late?
Hey, I tried playing it when it came out. I felt like I was struggling a little bit, like the system was chugging a little bit, so I put it down. I hadn't played it since, and hey, I got the Series S now, so and it 60 frames, woohoo! So that's what I want. I want 60 frames on my games. So I mean, I'll be, and it's in Game Pass, so I'll be booting that up in the near future.
Nice.
Never too late for a good update. Like
It's a very
exactly.
good game as well.
Yeah, it
Remember,
is.
all these updates are developer oriented. Like, Microsoft can only ask, when it comes to certain things and stuff. So I mean, just for an EA owned developer, especially since it's EA, to do a free update like this, I mean, it's great news. It's great news for anybody who hasn't played it yet, that does have an next gen system, or those that are waiting for theirs and will have it in Game Pass. So it's almost like a $15 buy instead of what, 60, and whatever extra could have been a next gen patch, right? So it's great news. It's great news.
I think the more games are digital too, like the more that digital sales go, the more these games are just going to exist on our hard drives and our libraries. And with backwards compatibility being such a focal point now, especially on Xbox, you're going to have. It's more important to keep these games updated to play the best of their capabilities on whatever hardware you own. That's one of the benefits. Like if you get a new iPhone, your game is going to play better on that. It's the way the games are built than an old iPhone. Same thing should be with consoles. The same thing with PCs. When you get a new PC and you get a new graphics card, it's capable of doing more. It should be the same thing on consoles with these games, and these updates are bringing the potential for that to be a reality. So I'm all for that. If I buy a digital game, it's mine. I can't do anything else with it. Right? It's going to sit there in my account forever, and I want the best experience. And if that includes, hey, 3 years from now, if I have a different Xbox, the Xbox Series Z or whatever the hell they come out with, or whatever it is, right? I want the best experience of those games too. So I think what they did with that one is they made it more scalable. It seems kind of like what the updates were for, right? So I'm 100% for that, man.
The what was it, x86 architecture, right? I mean, it's supposed to make patching and all that stuff easier, and it's free publicity. I mean, not free, but I mean, like you make it public that you put an update for a certain game, it's going to get traction, and then people are going to want to try it out, and you know they got to pay to try it out. Or if it's on Game Pass, well, there you go too. So I mean, it's all positive news when a previous game that was held down by previous hardware gets bumped and runs better on the next gen hardware is a positive.
Shout out to EA on this too, because Battlefield 5, I played it the other day on stream, and holy crap. It's not even technically Series XS optimized, but the patch that they had for that, it is freaking amazing now. I've heard similar things for Battlefront 2. I'm going to check that out. But if you haven't played Battlefield 5 on your Series X, give it a go, guys. And I'm super excited to play Jedi Fallen Order now also after this update.
It's almost like EA's thinking like Microsoft. What?
Weird. Yeah.
I know.
You know, I gotta go back and play this on Xbox. I played it on PlayStation because I had credit there to get it there. So I gotta go back and play this on Xbox now that we got the EA Play in Game Pass and get all the achievements for it and get to experience this greatness once and for all. So I could see that lightsaber shine.
You see, Mav? We talked about it. Engagement +1.
Yes.
Clowns, you're in.
We're influencers. We're influencers. We influence clowns. He's gonna do it.
It's the COVID.
Send us free stuff.
Blame it on the COVID.
Yeah, definitely the COVID. You know what? Big shout out to you guys today on the panel because my energy's been like kind of blah, and you guys have been really holding it together, and I appreciate that, man. Everybody on this
shout
panel.
out to you for being a trooper, and
Yeah.
you know you could easily just said, you know, no, let's do it some other time. But hey, shout out to you for being the captain of the ship and steering us forward.
Yeah, I mean, he was on time. I was late, and I have no excuse. You know.
Well, you do because you probably had COVID, you probably had to stop at Ulta and Sephora and you know all those places now. So
yeah, man.
Oh, that's like a dream. You know, we don't have that here.
What?
You don't have Sephora and Ulta?
We don't. No, we don't have Sephora. We don't have Bath and Body Works. I love
Macy's.
Bath and Body Works. I just can't. No Macy's.
No.
So, my wife has just informed me we are never moving to the UK, and it's not going to happen.
Well, what's their equivalent? Where do you shop at, Mum?
Pound General.
Where do I shop?
Yeah.
Poundland.
Huh? Poundland?
Mm-hmm. Poundland. Depends where I shop. If I'm going to London, then Selfridges. I mean, we've got Harrods down here. I don't know if that's like Macy's.
I don't know what Howard's is. Hey, we got a super chat from a very special person in the chat, clowns.
Thank you so much, Caitlin. I appreciate that. It's greatly appreciated, and I don't know what you can get off the pound menu.
For $5.
maybe you can get
5 items in Poundland for that.
Or Daz's autograph if he's standing outside to Pound Town, whatever they call him.
So, give me a McDonald's pound menu, $5 order.
I was thinking 2 quarter pounders for $5.
5 cheeseburgers.
5 cheeseburgers. Actually, no, because cheeseburgers here are cheaper than a pound.
I think they're 79 cents.
No, they're not. They're over $1.
They're
over $1 for us.
No, here they're not.
Yes, over here they're like $1.39 or something.
Yeah, I got to double check my menu because I think they're under $1. Or else we get those like special
89p here or something like that.
You know, at my McDonald's over here, the dollar menu is turned into like the $1.49 menu. They raised the
Yeah.
prices.
It's like the same
Ridiculous.
here. There's no more dollar menu
That's
at
not
McDonald's.
a
I
dollar
don't think.
menu then.
No,
Yeah.
we get ripped off here
They're
in
having
America.
you on.
But one thing at
Okay.
McDonald's
Stop.
that you can get here is you can always get a large soda for $1. You can get any
Yes.
size soda for the same price, $1 for a large
Oh,
drink.
look.
And
You
I
know-
hate to
Even got it
give
there.
I hate to give
McDonald's.
Burger King bad press, but a medium drink is $2.59 where I'm at.
What?
Burger King is more
A medium
expensive.
drink at Burger King is $2.59.
Yeah, that's where they get you is on the drink prices, guys.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, you
That
know,
is right.
Burger King does have better burgers. Yeah.
here's the
Whopper's-
thing about
the flame broil Whopper is amazing. The taste is a lot
That's a
better.
great
It's just
burger.
the pricing stinks.
Burger
prefer Five
King.
Guys.
It completely depends on the location, like more than like any other fast food place, because they are completely self-owned and operated to a weird degree. They even have stickers on the menus, like if you have an issue, don't call Burger King, call us, right? Yeah. So it depends on your Burger King and how they operate it, 100%.
Oh yeah, Hardee's dreadful for sure, but every Hardee's over here in the county I live in is not a clean Hardee's at all whatsoever. It's
What's the Hardee's?
they have some
Carl's
like
Jr.
Don't have Hardee's.
It's another type of burger place with more variety of like wings and stuff.
and they're a lot greasier too, I think, compared to other
Yes.
chains. They brag about that.
Well, I'm sorry guys, but Waffle House is terrible.
Waffle House has good hash browns.
Don't have Waffle
Can-
House.
What
Can I
do you
get a
have?
Royale
What-
with cheese?
What I mean, where do you
My
eat?
favourite
Where
one.
do you go? Like,
Poundland. No, I'm joking.
I just stay in my flat.
I eat
Everything's
it.
on lockdown anyway. It doesn't matter.
Bloody
I
right.
can't go anywhere.
Getting the arcade one-up machine for my flat.
Bollocks.
I can't even go there. I want to get it. We have Five Guys and Shake Shack. That's my favorite.
Five Guys. We
Ooh,
have a Five Guys here.
Yeah, Five Guys is good.
I don't like their
Oh,
fries
that's
though.
lush.
Burgers.
What?
Lush.
Oh, what?
I don't like Five Guys fries. I like the burgers. I just don't like Five Guys.
Oh.
The fries.
You don't like Five Guys fries? You don't like that
No.
bag of fries that they like put a cup in for some reason they put a cup in the bottom of the bag, like, and then they just like dump a shit ton of fries in the bag, like the cup
What's the
actually does
point?
anything.
Like-
It doesn't matter.
Now-
The cup
now
is irrelevant.
Portillo's fries, magnifique. Mwah. They're the crinkle kind,
Yeah.
Don't have
and with
that.
a cheese cup. Oh.
We don't have that.
No.
There's a couple in Florida.
Do you eat at Uno Pizza?
Oh, I used to love Uno's. They used to have like this Reese's Pieces pizza that was really good. Dessert
Ugh.
thing. What?
I take it Midway's not an Uno fan.
Oof.
I mean, he's an expert.
No, just Reese's and pizza. It's just
Oh, okay.
oof.
I was gonna say something. I just realized that Midway lives in Chicago, so it's probably not the right thing to say. Well, I was
We
gonna
got
say
that Lake Michigan freshwater, so
was-
pizza tastes better.
I was gonna say Uno's has the best deep dish pizza.
Mm-mm. Sadly, one of my places got a COVID casualty. They shut down, but John and Eddie's Pan Pizza. Oh, shout out to John and Eddie's if they got another place soon or whatever. But my God, their pan pizza was amazing. Giordano's is like kind of one of the only places in the Chicagoland area that's really known for like deep dish pizza. But there's many places around the city that like mom and pop franchises. They do deep dish pretty well. But yeah.
Man, everybody in the chat is making me hungry. So many good places. I mean, Red Robin, bottomless fries, absolutely. They're
But
onion
Red
rings.
Robin, you got to get the onion rings at Red Robin.
Yes.
Red Robin.
Yum.
There we go.
I
Can
never
we just
had-
like have an episode where we do like restaurant jingles?
like our take on it.
No, just
That'd
like
be
keep
cool.
singing random restaurant jingles. Do you think we'd get a bunch of copyright
Like-
strikes?
Demolition
Yeah,
Man?
eventually,
Like,
probably would.
Chili's baby back ribs.
They'd be like, you guys are so
Barbecue
bad
sauce.
that we're gonna strike you with copyright strikes. You're making our commercials look bad.
He's gonna have emails from like 3 restaurant chains. Please do refrain from singing any jingles.
Yeah. So Lady AF says, "Can I ask a very important question? Why is it every time Mav is on a podcast, the topic changes to food?"
Hold up your drink, Mav. Let him know where you were before the show.
That's why he was late.
The real reason I was late because I was stuck in the fast food line at McDonald's waiting for my daughter's chicken nuggets and French fries.
He was traveling over the Golden Arches.
By the way, if anybody hasn't seen that movie with Michael Keaton, it's actually really good. I forget The Founder. It's about McDonald's. Good movie.
Super Size Me. You ever seen that?
Mod Pizza.
I
Yeah.
saw that.
What is
Oh,
Mod
yeah.
Pizza?
Mod is
Mod
great.
Pizza.
Mod is
Yeah,
becoming one of the most popular and fastest growing fast food chains in the country. It's
It's
really
because it
good.
lacks bread.
Yeah.
Like the crust. It's just like a flat sheet of crust.
Yeah.
I've never
It's
heard
delicious,
of this
though.
place.
It's
Like,
good.
it's
Have
really-
you heard
it's-
of Pie 5?
No.
Okay. I don't know. I don't know what to compare it to then.
You ever okay? So you know a thin crust pizza. Just imagine it cut in half, that crust, like long ways, and then take that half and then cut it again long ways, and then that little bit is the whole pizza pie crust, and then they just put sauce on it and whatever you want, and they put it right into the oven, pizza oven right in front of you. So they do have a tendency to overcook it and crust it up, like darken crust it a little bit. They have a tendency to do that,
Yeah.
but it's still, excuse me, it's still pretty decent.
So it's like
That
just
sounds good.
like thin square slices of pizza.
No,
But
they're,
No,
they're
it's a
triangles.
circle.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
a
triangle
regular pizza, like, but they're in a smaller, like personal size.
It's still round. Yeah.
Yeah, you just so you go in there, you say what you want, they put it in the pizza oven, you get it like within 5 minutes or so, and you sit down and eat, or you get it to go or whatever, and it's really good. It's really thin crust, but it's really fresh and good tasting.
It's for those people that don't want a keto, but
Yeah.
want to limit their carbs as much as possible.
And they have these really good little homemade ding dongs.
What?
What's a homemade ding dong?
So if for anybody that is familiar with like Hostess, little snack cakes and stuff, they have a thing called a ding dong, right? And it's like a hockey puck. Looks like a hockey puck, and it's like chocolate cake with chocolate ganache on the outside, right? Like, and it's got a cream filling on the inside. They make them fresh there and wrap them in foil. Yeah, so homemade ding dongs. I think in what do they call them in
Okay.
Vermont, babe? Because they have a different brand there. They call them something else. Ring dings.
Ho-hos?
They call them ring dings.
Oh.
In Florida, we have ho-hos.
Ho-hos.
Yeah, I want that cream filling in my mouth. Pause. I got to pause on that.
Ho-hos is similar. Ho-hos are what we would call like a Swiss roll.
Yep.
Yeah, they're
Okay,
long- they're
that
long
makes
and
sense.
I
swirly.
know what a Swiss roll is.
Yeah.
We have Swiss rolls. Yay! I know what something is.
Is are crumpets still the main treat?
Yes, and we really do have crumpets with tea.
Do you put
Stereotypes exist for a reason.
Put in the
Yes.
chat what a ding dong is. So everybody, this is a link to a ding dong, but it's a safe link.
Swiss roll. Roll.
Just give me
I'm
a Twinkie. I'm good.
curious now? I gotta look up this mod pizza. Like, I
Is
gotta
a
see.
crumpet an English muffin? No, it's different from an English muffin.
So Dad says he has crumpets in bed.
Yeah, probably for his breakfast.
Are they crummy?
He means a different type of crumpet, I think.
This place looks
No, are they-
good.
Are they crummy?
It's
Do
really
they like
good.
break apart real easy? Crumpets?
Really?
No.
No, it's difficult to describe a crumpet.
Are they moist?
Do you enjoy a soggy crumpet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't like them soggy.
I think I
I
forget
like
who
them
it
well
was.
done.
Well done crumpet. I think
Oh, you
Mr.
bake 'em.
Tushy was explaining to me what a
Okay.
crumpet is.
Quite springy, yeah.
Springy,
Mhm.
Kind of like
like
pound
they got
cake?
some
They've got
bounce
like
to them.
little holes in them on the top, and then you toast.
Do you have a
them.
crumpet in your house? Can you show us?
No, I don't. I'm all out of crumpets.
Oh, okay. Do you get food deliveries or can you go to the store?
They get food deliveries. I'm allowed to
Wow.
go to the store.
You're
but
not allowed?
I am
Wow.
allowed, but only for essentials.
Oh.
Crumpets are essentials, though.
I have a
You should
question.
see us in America. Go ahead. Go ahead, Clowns.
I have a question for Mav and for Caitlin. So, is it worth a 30-mile drive for Mod Pizza?
Is it worth a 30-mile drive?
Yes, with traffic on a highway.
So, here's the thing. Not if you plan on going back home.
North or south?
Like before you eat. I would eat like in the car.
North, south, or east?
That would be west.
West? Like you're going towards the ocean? The ocean?
Yep, towards the ocean.
Like you're from Philly area, right? Clowns?
No, Tampa.
Well, yeah, I'm originally from Pennsylvania, like Philly area.
Right, but he's in
Right.
Tampa
So
right now.
West
But I mean,
Philadelphia, born and raised. All right. Sorry about that.
On the playground, I spent most of my days.
what town is it?
It's
May I ask?
all the way out in Wesley Chapel.
I would go during not a work day. Don't go during a work day because I can imagine traffic will be crazy.
Now Dredd and I are gonna have to do Breaking Bread with Dredd at Mod Pizza someday.
There you go. There we go.
I don't
Do
know
it.
if our Mod Pizza might still be closed on the inside here for Corona. They do the curbside. I'm not sure if they're allowing people to eat inside yet or not, but
Florida's another country.
you might want to call and ask first before you make the plans. If you're driving 30 miles. But hey, it's good, man. And they got good shakes too. They have good shakes, and you got to make sure
They
you
do
get
have good shakes.
the ding dong. I like the Mad Dog. So when I go there, I order the Mad Dog.
Sounds like
I don't change anything. No, it's a pizza, but it has like 3 different kinds of meat on it. It has like pepperoni, sausage, and hamburger, I think. And their sauce is really good there too. And the crust is chewy but flaky at the same time.
If they cook it right.
It's in a fire oven too, so it's like it's not like, they don't put it in one of those like conveyor belt things that they do at like Domino's.
Yeah, they have the big spatula.
Yep. Huh. Well, I'm gonna have to try this place because I like the pizzas actually look like an art. The way they do them, it's at least on the website. Not to say when I get there, they're like, "Oh, this looks like the website." It probably doesn't. It probably looks like a smashed up burger. When you go to McDonald's, it doesn't look at the menu. It looks like somebody just squashed it together. But I still want to try it. With that said, that Lucy Sunshine looks good. Wow, man, I'm so hungry right now, and I can't even taste stuff. But
I'm starving.
Yeah,
and I don't even have half them places here, so
it's like midnight there for Mama.
Yeah,
so
it's like 1/2 midnight nearly. So,
well,
it's
that's
the
why
wrong
we're
time to be
obese over
hungry.
here.
So what we would do is I would go to Whataburger now if it was midnight, and I would get some taquitos.
I don't have a Whataburger.
You don't have a Whataburger either.
I don't have a Whataburger. We don't have those.
Neither does Midway. He doesn't have one either.
No.
So.
I don't need a Whataburger. I got Portillo's. Portillo's is amazing.
Do y'all have Adillas? Anybody
No.
have Adillas?
No.
Yeah. I think it's another local thing.
Now I want Portillo's because we got that, not that far from me, maybe about like 30 minutes. We got a Culver's, which is really good. I love Culver's, man.
Culver's is great.
About
I
Culver's.
like their fish sandwiches.
Y'all have Culver's in the UK?
No.
No?
UK
So
is
Culver's
missing
has-
out, man.
Culver's has really good like cheese curd, like fried cheese curds.
Yeah, they do.
Do you know one thing that we don't have? We don't have anywhere that has tacos. So tacos over here is not a thing.
We don't have tacos over here either. We have tacos.
Tacos.
I'm just messing with you. Yeah, no.
I know.
So tacos are like, I'm in Texas, so
Tex-Mex.
yeah.
Uncle Julio's.
That I don't know, babe. We can. So you don't get, if we were to move to the UK, you don't get Sephora, you don't get Ulta, you don't get Macy's. I don't get tacos. This is not happening.
No tacos.
So yeah. What about
don't have
Taco
to-
Bell?
I'm
Yeah, Taco
actually
Bell.
going to Arizona to visit Lady, and we're gonna have tacos, and we're gonna get drunk on tequila.
Heck yeah.
Whoa.
We've had it planned for ages.
Well, that sounds awesome.
And then are you going to stream video games after that? No.
They're gonna get drunk on White Claw.
Wait, you got so
Gonna be
Lady has got to
wasted,
take
yeah.
you to like an authentic Mexican taco place,
Yeah.
and she's got to take you to like an American like Tex-Mex style taco place.
Yeah.
So you
and then
can
we're gonna get wasted
compare.
on tequila.
Have both. Yes, margaritas.
White
Drink
Claw.
lots of margaritas.
Watch.
I
They're
think,
gonna have White Claw and
I think Bomber
and-
wants in on your
Bomber, you come in?
He's like, wait a minute.
He's googling how far is it
What?
from Alabama to Arizona.
Chipotle.
Do I have friends in
Drive,
Arizona?
Bomber.
Man, and I can't drive anywhere to pick up food because I'm not supposed to leave the house
you're-
with COVID.
You're contagious.
Can you order like contact-free delivery?
I can, but my wife doesn't want to pay the delivery fees.
Yeah.
It cuts into her makeup funds.
I sympathise.
So
Do
I
you
guess
know?
I guess one of you's cooking dinner then.
Oh man.
You sound really enthusiastic, by the way.
Yeah.
Just like blink your eyelashes at her and tell her you'll make it up to her in some way.
I'm
As
gonna.
like turn pubescent. Hello.
Just hey, here's what you do: say, "I found this coupon for 50% off a large pizza." So that eats in to the delivery fees. It's a little mind voodoo. You would have gotten the coupon anyway, but maybe she doesn't know that, right? Like, you do a little mind Jedi trick here.
Dreadpool, we don't have a Hooters. Negative.
Oh, the sacrilege.
Yeah, y'all have Pound Town.
You're never going to get over that, are you?
Do you have any restaurants where scantily clad women are shaking their hoo-hoos? No?
No.
No?
No.
English
No,
are
I
brought
know
up as
of.
proper
I mean,
people.
there may be.
I think that's. I think that's more
And we all
American.
speak like that too.
No, Daz speaks the proper Queen English. He speaks proper
Yeah.
Queen English. He speaks
Is he
so
all like, "All right,
fast
mate"?
too. No, I can't even do his accent. It's like so hardcore. It sounds like
It's like, yeah, well,
Oh,
beer.
you up from north?
Need
You
for
up
speed.
north?
No.
yeah.
Need for Speed and Forza.
I don't even know where in the UK that is.
Cruising
Dreadpool
Piss
says-
you off.
Right.
And then Daz would be like, piss you off.
Oh, northeast. Yeah. Yeah, they speak pretty quick.
Mum's Dreadpool says, no Twin Peaks, no tilted kilt, no
What?
girls in kilts
Oh.
and high knee socks
No.
or anything like that.
I mean,
No?
they might have in Scotland. But not here.
Why would it only be in Scotland? Oh, because of the kilts.
Why?
Yeah.
Because that's where they were killed. We don't all wear
but
gear.
wouldn't that be a
Weird.
men's restaurant? Like, you know, where the girls go see the guys?
Yeah, probably.
Yes.
That's why I don't know of any. You see, it's not my
Have-
jam.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Like UK is not sounding very fun.
But they
But
got
they
the
Crumpets.
they got the
Honestly.
penny arcade. That makes up for
Yeah.
some of the other stuff.
Yeah,
No, that's
that
just
makes up
cheap.
for it.
So what does the penny arcade have, like real arcade games, or is it like some weird stuff?
Yeah, no, like retro games. Like
Yeah.
not even the ones from the 80s, like beyond that.
So it's got like
proper old.
the 70s where the arcade
Yes.
machines are a little beaten up and banged around. It's got like
Yeah,
Galaga, Space
but, like,
Invaders,
paint scraped all off of them and
Centipede.
everything. Oh, it's amazing.
You probably need to bring some Lysol wipes when you go play there.
UK Daz says UK has all the fun with Poundland batteries.
Poundland batteries. I don't know
They
if
don't
that's an
last
inside
long.
joke.
Lady has a
Poundland
kilt.
batteries. I guess
I'd
they
like
need to
see
be,
your
you know.
kilt.
Yeah,
Hey,
ladies got a
drink
kilt.
tequila.
Wear it
I'll
on
bring mine.
Gaming Beyond the Box.
Hey, Dread, yeah, you gotta check out this mod pizza place, man. They're up in Wesley Chapel area. Like it says Lutz, but I think it's like really more Wesley Chapel. Check it out. Stuff looks good, man. We're gonna have to do a break a bro with Dread there. Even before I get my taste back, because it's just looking at it makes me taste it. And now I'm really hungry thanks to Mav and Caitlin on this place. And they even got amazing
Yeah, I know, I'm
salads
really
too. Look at the
starving.
salads over there. Oh my god. I'm gonna come back with like 5 boxes of pizza. I'm gonna get the
No way to taste them.
yes,
So
but
just-
I will try them anyway. In hopes that it brings my taste back.
The texture seems great. I think this will taste good when I eventually can taste it.
I lost like 8 pounds when I lost my taste. I just had no like motivation to taste anything. I was like, it's not gonna taste. I don't want it.
Yeah, I mean, for snack today, I ate some green beans. I couldn't even taste it. I tasted the salt more than anything. It was a weird, awkward taste, but yeah.
It's
So
something.
yeah.
I
So
smelled
you
a bottle of
you
peppermint.
can't taste anything, so you chose to go with the texture of green beans.
Yeah, like
Nice
the
and
French
smooth
style green beans.
Yeah.
in the
mean-
pods.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Interesting.
Well, I want to thank you guys for an amazing show today. You guys really put the energy in and pulled it off. It's wow. It's been a lot of fun. I mean, we went from video games to Marvel comics to food to UK store names like Poundland. So I mean, this has been one of the most amazing Four Guys with Quarters podcasts ever, to say the least.
We gained 3 watchers talking this way, so
Well,
And-
all these
I'm just saying.
topics, you know, like kept going in fun directions. You know, it's like it's you by
Pound
picking those
whatever.
topics, man.
I mean, we speculated with fun, right?
Exactly.
It was fun.
You see what I did there? You see
I
what
see.
I did?
I see you, man. I
Yeah,
see
Rim
no,
shot.
Godfather.
That's a good thing. You've got to get me and Lady together.
Oh
We
yeah.
haven't done a podcast together yet.
Well,
That's fun.
I'll tell you this: if that was on tonight's show when you guys were talking about Pound Town, I can only imagine where that would have went. Where that topic would have went.
I'm gonna take you to Funky Town. Sorry, every time I hear Pound Town, I think Funky Town.
But
let's end it with that.
Yeah, there we go. To everybody that at Avish, now that you mentioned it, no, we did not discuss trains. But now I brought the topic up.
That's an inside joke. That's a good one.
Week.
That's an inside joke. I get that, Avish. That's funny.
I gotta hang out in the. If I wasn't sick, man, I would have been in that party community game night, man. I can only imagine what went on there. But to everybody that came out in the chat, thank you everybody for showing your support, coming out. It's greatly appreciated. And go ahead and get everybody out of here. It's been a fun 2 hours. I didn't fall asleep, which is a good sign. And hopefully I can taste some mod pizza. I'm gonna try to get somebody to go get some of that later. And man, Midway, when you're not when you're not like, working those biceps in the gym in Chicago out there, where can people find you?
Midway 8 Monster on Twitter. DM me if you want to be Xbox Live friends. Midway 7 Monster. Made some great people. Starting to hang out with a lot of people. Xbot 448 is one of them. We've been doing a lot of golfing with the crew, Sir X-Man and Vertigo Tempest and all of them guys. Trying to get clowns to actual golf with us, not
Golf with
friends.
Serious golf with friends.
So, but I said I would play that with you one time just to try, because can't talk crap about it unless I play it. So.
No, it's you don't need to, man. It's just telling. No, if we play like regular rules, I think we could have some fun with that.
Yeah, not the Belgium rules, not the Flemish rules.
Yeah, right now I got the Series S about a week ago. I think it was the 8th. What is that, like 4 days ago?
Yes.
Yeah. So I've been trying out a lot of games. The Auto HDR is really good. I like it a lot. I try, having the 1S and playing the Division where things would pop up right in front of you. Now there's completely no pop-in, which almost virtually no pop-in, which is amazing.
Yeah.
You almost think that these games that were this generation were a generation ahead of the equipment. So I mean, it just that's why a lot of people are going back to these old games. I think this gen you'll see a lot of updates and a lot of stuff, which gets me excited. I'm playing Gears 5 right now, 60 frames. Maybe Mav can get me a little hint on that one spot where he couldn't find anywhere needed Crispy Bomb to help him.
Oh yeah, that was rough. I think it was like a glitch or something.
Yeah, probably, because I remember when you went back and you flipped the same switch and it finally did something for you. But yeah, great podcast. Mom, thank you so much for coming to the podcast. It was amazing. As she rolls her eyes at me. Mav, always great. VJ, hope you're doing good. Come back. I miss your 10-minute rants. And Clowns, you're being a trooper with the affliction, but welcome to the club. And I know you and your family will be stronger after. So thanks for hosting the podcast and doing your best. Everyone, have a great day.
Thank you, Midway. And Mav, aka Fun Speculation or Speculative Fun, aka Halo Community Game Nights, who's always spending his wife's money on microtransactions for makeup money. Where can people find you, Mav?
Hey, now she's spending our money on your super chats.
So, well, yeah, that's cool. That was true. Yeah, that is true. Can't deny that.
Hey, this was fun. I can't believe you actually went through and did this, being where you are right now with everything you got going on. So that is awesome that you pulled through and kept the show going today. So thank you, Clowns. As I have nicknamed him now the Godfather of Respect, because he has earned mine. You are awesome, and Mama and Midway, awesome talking to both of you as well. It's been a fun show. I love going off topic and talking about the movies and the pound towns and the all that stuff. It's a great time. Pizza, always down for talking about pizza and Whataburger and whatever the hell else we got to say. You're right. I do get distracted by food easily, and that's okay. So, you can find me on Twitter at Fun Speculation. Also, YouTube, the channel that I have is Fun Speculation, where we have Xbox Ultimate Podcast on Friday nights with my beautiful wife, Caitlin, as well as some new panel members. We have Pong Soul, who's been in the chat today, is a panel member, as well as 3-Bit. You know him as the Video Games HD YouTube channel, also VGHD on Twitter. So look forward to that on Fridays, guys. I appreciate all of you. You can catch me on stream, hang out with me in the chat. I'd love to play games with all of you guys. Fun times ahead. Take it easy.
Awesome. And Mama, where can people find you?
So you can find me on Twitter, that Mama Rocks. I am also on Xbox. If anyone wants to have me on there, I do appear offline quite a bit. That's my bad. It's Mama Rocks. And I'm on Instagram, that Mama Rocks. You can also find my writing over at mulehorngaming.com. And yeah, thank you for having me again. And I hope you
Absolutely.
get better soon. Clown.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I need a school
And-
Mav and some Halo soon.
Ha ha.
Hello, what's Halo?
What?
What
did she say?
Halo? You asking what Halo is?
I've never played a Halo game, have I?
You blaspheme. No.
Oh boy, I see Mav's face is changing over there.
Let me
We've
recover.
spoke about this before.
I know, but I thought you were kidding.
I played one. No, I'm really not.
You know, in the denial phase, you know, that's where he was at. And you know, I think he's gonna start getting to acceptance, but you brought it back up and he's back to denial.
I'm sorry.
His face is turning red.
My face, I just read.
Oh, he's so mad.
No, guys. Hey, it's okay.
He's hulking out.
You can play what you want. You can be into what you want, I guess.
I will say this. I will say this, Mav and Mom. Up until I want to say about 3 years ago, I did not play a single Halo game. And then I was like, all right, let me see what this is all about. Halo 5 is out, you know, and I got the Master Chief Collection. I went through the whole story in 3 nights. Very captivating, very nice, very good gameplay. I think you'll enjoy it if you ever give it a go.
I have the Master Chief Collection.
Do you have Game
You don't?
Pass?
Yeah.
If you have
I
Game
have it.
Pass and you have the Master Chief Collection, there's no excuse.
I have got Master
I'm
Chief
done with
Collection.
excuses. If you have Game Pass, then there is zero excuse not to give it a try. Let's go. Hey, Friday nights, Xbox after Xbox Ultimate Podcast, we play the shit out of Halo, and we would love to have you try it out. Join us. There's lots of players in there that have barely played Halo.
What's with the air quotes? What's with the air
Because
quotes?
my issue before was with the vehicle, and that's why I never ended up playing it again.
What's with you
'Cause I went
Brits
right
and
off
the
edge, and I was
Warthog?
like,
That Stubbs had the same issue. Couldn't figure out the Warthog. He kept retrying the same
I
level
hate
because he couldn't
things.
drive the Warthog. It's like,
L is
I
up,
have
R is to the
issue
steer.
with the-
hey, it's okay. Like I said, you don't have to be into Halo. It's okay. I accept everybody for what they like, and yeah. But I do suggest you try it if it's in Game Pass Ultimate. If you have it, if you
I
have
think he
Game
was-
Pass,
I
it's
have
worth it.
tried it before. I just had a little difficulty.
Matt
And
was
I had
reading
the
a
same
script
problem
on the
with
wall.
Rico in Mass Effect.
Yeah.
I accept everyone. I accept everyone who has not played Halo
Accept.
and
Yeah.
But you will play Halo.
I think there you should stream your attempts at getting into Halo's campaign.
Oh, God, no one needs to see that.
That would generate a lot of
everybody
viewers.
would love to see that. Yeah, you get a lot of Halo. It's Halo. I mean, come on.
I know it's Halo, but
You should
I-
say
Crash.
your title should be Halo noob trying to steer the Warthog. That's what it should be.
Steer the walk.
Yeah.
Or what is this thing called Halo?
There you go.
Question
Yeah.
mark.
What is it? Halo?
What is
What's
Halo?
this?
Yeah.
Yes.
No, yeah, I'm gonna put that.
That's a good
Yeah.
time. Yeah, that would
What is
definitely
Halo?
get people. That's like
And then
clickbait right
hashtag
there.
Halo, and you're gonna get
Playing this new
so many
game
people.
called Halo.
This new game called Halo.
You should say no. You should say PS fangirl playing Halo. Ooh.
Oh no.
Well, there was actually
I don't
there's a YouTuber. His name's DB Geek, and he has a great YouTube channel. And he actually was a PlayStation guy. He never really got into Xbox. And he went and he started going through the franchises, and he did it on his YouTube channel and streamed and stuff. And I recommend you guys checking it out. But he is a uber Halo fan now, like big time. So. And I think Gears as well, but not as much. So, but yeah, check out that channel if you want to see maybe like somebody that wasn't interested get into it.
You know, before we get out of here,
Well,
I thought of the perfect
please.
topic for your stream, the perfect title for your stream whatsoever. This is good. Is Anthem better than Halo? Question mark.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no.
What are you talking about?
People are like, oh, that's
Hey,
that
you can
girl that
fly
talks
in
about
Anthem.
Halo.
You're gonna get her banned from YouTube. No.
You
He's gonna get
hate.
How
You know how
about
many,
I
like,
bought
people are gonna,
Halo at
like-
Pound Town for $1 for £1. Oh, gonna give it a go.
And this is what happened.
Yeah.
You know, I think Fork still plays Halo or
Game of
Anthem. By the way,
generation.
I think you can always play Anthem with Fork. Yeah. So without further ado, I mean, kind of gonna get out of here, and you guys can all find me at Italian Clowns on all social media and 4GWQ Podcast on Twitter. And we do have some more interviews coming up. It's just that I've been a little sick the last few days, so I couldn't get with Mike on the schedule. But Mike Mika is supposed to come on as well. He confirmed. I gotta set up a time with him. Albion Girl, aka Lauren, for those of you who know her in the UK, she's big in the how do I say it? Like dev scene. And I can't remember the term they use. Guildshire, Guild something, Guildshire. I don't the name of the town where some of the devs get together. Yep, and then I got two others in Hollywood that do music. Casey Farber and this other guy. I'll get the names later. I gotta go through my emails. I'm bad with that and too tired. But yeah, so check that out. Coming up soon. And thank you everybody for coming out. It's greatly appreciated. And Daz, beans and toast for life, buddy. Dr. Pepper beans forever. See you guys later.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
See you guys.